How's it going, folks? Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. It's almost 4:20 on the Central Time Zone. I actually woke up 4:20 Eastern Time Zone. Had to feed my cat, and then I saw a notification on my phone. I actually went to sleep at around 12:45 this morning, Eastern Standing Time, and then a certain individual went live at 1 o'clock. Fuck. 1 hour for 3 hours long, from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, and I just woke up around 4:20, and I just missed the boat by 20 minutes. A little like disappointed. I was waiting for this live video because I wanted to troll it. Yes, I wanted to troll it, and I'll say I wanted to troll it. I have no problems admitting I'm gonna troll this channel. I don't care, but we're gonna we're gonna break down what they're saying. So, I think now my mic is better. Yeah, I fixed it. Now my mic is a little bit better. So I wanted to troll this idiot at 4:28 at 1 a.m. I guess he's like, let me go live when people are sleeping. Good thing Nightwave got a chance to troll this idiot around the 17-minute mark, 15-minute mark. I was watching it a little bit. I was gonna go fall back to sleep, and then I see this idiot went live. So I started watching it. And I'm like, let me break this down. It's almost 4:20. It's a 3-hour video, but you guys are not gonna watch 3 hours of this. I'm gonna break this down for you in 20 minutes. In 20 minutes, I'm gonna break this down for you because I want to go back to bed. This guy's not worth our time, but I want to make this easier for everybody. Damn, streamed 1 hour ago. I fucking missed it, man. Shit. I want to make sure the chats are coming up. Chat real time. Live chat replay. Yep. All right, folks. Let me take you in this nice adventure. All right, and then I'm gonna get a little, get nice, and we're gonna have some fun right now. Fucking disappointed that I missed this live stream. But you know what? I'm gonna catch him later. I'm gonna catch you live, faggot. And when I do, I'm gonna invite you to a Google Hangout. We're gonna have another Google Hangout. I'm gonna destroy you once again, like I always do, because I'm smarter than you. I'm smarter than you, moron. All right, so let's break this down, folks.
And that kind of has been bothering me for a very long time, actually. And I think this is very important, especially when it comes to us as Americans, or those of us who want to be Americans, or those of us who came to America to become a part of this great nation. What is wrong that we are not promoting more American-made brands? Have to see if the clothes that we buy or even the food that we purchase is from America. And I think
this is when it gets good. So.
They use some type of fact-based information. You wear the red one, damn it.
See, now I know who this bitch is. You
and
wish.
There's people out there.
You wish. I've seen her in other videos. I've seen this person in other videos. So now we know she's a Jewvilite. Jewvi. So we don't want to associate with people like that. Let's pay the,
that instead of spreading a message
right here.
that can actually help,
Right
they
here.
think talking about another man or woman is gonna it's a better move. It's a better idea. Like whoever thought gossip and rumors was a great idea, or just trying to troll people, you can troll. You can troll. People think I troll. People think when I go out there and I trigger the hell out of everybody around me,
You do not fucking trigger anybody. Get the fuck out of here with that. The only person getting triggered is you. Everybody's watching you. I watch just to trigger you. If I can't chat, if I cannot communicate in the chat room, then I'm not fucking watching you. You're not like fucking Owen Benjamin that you could block everybody and people will still watch you. No, you fucking moron. The only reason people are watching you is to fucking troll you. That's the only reason you got views, because I people didn't like you so much. They just wanted to fucking watch you to talk shit to you. It's like you got wrestling, you got the heels and you got the faces. You're nothing but a fucking heel jobber. That's what you fucking are. You're nothing but a heel fucking jobber. Like, you just easy wins. Like, yo, let me fight Jewvi right now. Let me troll. You know why I want to trigger? You're so fucking easy. You're so fucking easy to troll. You're so funny to make fun of. And now I see everybody making fun of you. And I say, no, fuck that. I want to make fun of this motherfucker first. Because this is why I'm making fun of this nigga at 4:20 a.m. Because I want first fucking dibs on making fun of Jewvi Val. I have no problem. I enjoy other people making fun of him, but I want to make fun of him first. I want to make fun of this idiot retard first. Thank you. That's all I wanted to say. Now let's go back to this moron.
trolling. Like, no, I'm actually being very honest with you. And the truth does hurt, but it doesn't hate. Now, I do my best, or actually,
Jewvi,
when people always say that, I tried my best. I tried my best. If you tried your best and you failed, then something's wrong with you. But if you didn't,
yo, Dr. Brony,
then there's always next time. And I don't try to give anybody
Simply
my
makes-
best. I give them my worst and still succeed. Okay.
he said he gives you his worst and still succeeds. I see Porcelain saying sucking up to him. That's how you gotta get him. When you troll him, you gotta be nice with him. You gotta get him on. He's really gullible. This guy Jewvi Val is very gullible. You be like, hey, you got a nice smile. He'll be like, oh, thank you. You want a picture with me? Make sure you Google my name. So Jovi's very easy to troll. You gotta put as a female in front of him, and he'll be like, oh, hi. Oh, I'm a patriot. Oh. And he'll fall right there.
Well, that's the thing. A lot of people don't want to fight. And it's not about fighting, right? Because you stand first. You stand against something that you don't agree with, right? Mm-hmm. You stand against it, right? But then what happens? You're going to have to fight because those people are going to stand too. And they might try to step on you. So you have to fight back. And that's what people don't understand, that you take a stand and you might have to fight back. But we fight back. We don't fight. Remember, I used to say this before. We fight back. We do not fight. We defend what we believe. You understand? So many people want to say that they stand and they fight, but they're doing it on a camera. You got to go out there and do.
What the fuck you're an idiot. You just said subs stand up and fight and do it on a camera. Dumbass, that's what you're fucking doing every time you go out. And you're fucking... Every time you go out, you do it in front of the camera. You put on a show. That's what your brother said. You're an actor. Your own brother said that you're an actor. So what you do is you go out there and act with your blowhorn. Happy 420, everybody.
Do it. There's kids right now being exposed to this community that says that they care about kids. However, at the same time, they're poisoning their minds. They're feeding them this idea that, like, they can be whatever sex they want to be. They can be sexual at a young age, and it's sick. And then what do? Nothing. Nobody even shared the video that I posted about a 10-year-old inside of the bar. Hold on a sec. All right, let me just get rid of these people real quick. So nobody does it. What they do instead is they talk about it, right? But you have to do more than share it. You have to actually go out there. How many people live in New York City did not even visit that bar? Do you know what people used to do? You know what people used to do? People used to actually go to these places and approach these people, right? People would even try to burn these places down because they're full of hate.
Happy 420, everybody. Like I said, we gotta go out. This guy right here, Merch, comes in at 18 minutes. This is when it gets really good, around 18 minutes.
And wicked.
This is a 3-hour fucking video, folks. I'm gonna break this shit down in less than 20 minutes or 15 because I want to go back to bed soon. But I really want to break this down.
I don't want to burn this place down, but I definitely want to get everybody out of there. This is sick. You're letting and then guys, I saw that video that really broke my heart. Really messes with my head. Is that little kid with that naked guy who thinks he's doing something great for this kid by being naked. These people need to be hung and shot. That's what they need to be. All these pedophiles out there, they need to be taken care of immediately. Stop introducing the LGBTQRSUV WXYZ community to your kids.
Jewvi Val, you're a big gay. Here we go.
It's not going to go well.
Here we go. Kids, stop trying. Never do your best.
I'm a big guy. Is that what you were trying to say? I'm a big guy. Yeah, I'm a big guy. Thank you very much.
You're big gay. Here it is.
Never do your best. Okay. So there he is. There's the biggest fanboy. You're the fanboy of 2019. Okay, you're a fanboy 2019. So anyways, just go out there and take a stand against this stuff. This is sick. I don't know how old the kid is, 10 or 11. And then you have this so-called gay conservative movement that doesn't even mention the whole issue with pedophilia in the gay community. You know?
Yeah, I don't know if Merch went live when he was doing this.
All because they talk about it. But that's not enough. You know? So the reason why I wear this hat is because it's made in America. Like me. See, a lot of people are not made in America. A lot of people came from, like, I don't know, South America or something. They come here trying to find a better life, but they do absolutely nothing. You know? They feed off of other Americans, I guess, or they leech off other Americans. And this is a handful of people I'm thinking about. You know? You don't even like
the thing about Reddy Toesveld, the thing about Jewvi is he's like a fucking cockroach, you know? They say cockroaches would survive a nuclear blast. I said this, I've been going after Jewvi for about almost a year and a half on my own with some people. It's fun. When people get involved in trolling Jewvi, it's very, very fun. Like, I get a lot of people involved. We started groups just to troll Jewvi. It's fun. It's very, very fun. You guys say, hey, Legal, how come you like trolling a lot? Like, on Nightwave Day, I love it because I used to do this all the time when I was in high school with three-way calling, then AOL, and then I didn't know I was trolling Jewvi this whole fucking time for the year and a half. People say, let it go. Hey, Rob. Hey, Legal, let it go. Yo, it's fun. I'm sorry. It's not like a hatred thing. It's more like an enjoyment thing with this idiot. Because he's easy to troll. He's like a puppet. Like, your goal of trolling is to control the other person. And that's what happens with this idiot. He gets triggered. The own cameraman, everybody around this idiot gets triggered. His own family gets triggered. Just like in the video game video. His mom got triggered by people trolling him on a game. So not only by trolling Jewvi are you trolling him, you're trolling his whole fucking family. I trolled him yesterday and I got his brother involved. So tell me, folks, that trolling, oh, you're not bothering me, you're not hurting my feelings. If you're making videos about the things that we're trolling you about, then yeah, motherfucker, we do have your number. We do have you, we are fucking, we are really trolling, effective. So you can say what you want. We're really effective.
Trump. You don't even like Trump. I'm pretty sure you don't like
trolling
Trump
his very
now.
existence.
What you say we should be on the street?
I love when he's reading the comments because he just looks stupid.
Well, that's the thing. We're not violent, but they are. So what do? We fight back, and then we're seen as violent.
No shit.
I'm saying, why are you allowing these pedophiles to walk free?
No shit, idiot. That is you point. I know who you're talking about. This bitch you wish. I bet you're trying to bring me up.
Really? Why do these pedophiles feel like they can be comfortable taking pictures in that way with a kid? We have to really do what we have to do, and it's going to be ugly.
He's trying to stay on message about pedophiles. Merch is going to come in soon. Well, I'm waiting for the comments. The comments tell me when it's happening.
He doesn't even watch my videos. Get out of here with that. Trust me, I don't talk about stuff that's trending or popular. I talk about what's the main issue, what we need to focus on. A lot of you are all saying you're nationalists and you're for America, but yet none of you ever talk about buying American-made products. You get all these merchandise, but it's all from China. I don't know what SS13 is. Oh, speaking of legal means, let me show you this. These are 3 letters right here, right? These are 3 letters here, right? Let me show you where they're from, actually. Let me see if I can. So, these are from the Department of Justice, right? Right? These are the 3 letters that I got in the mail. And these are 3 different cases. Well, similar cases, of course. There are 3 members of Antifa. Their names are right there. And they went to jail, or they were arrested for simple assault, for throwing whatever they threw at me. But because we didn't know what chemical was inside the balloons and hazmat had to show up, it became a bigger issue. So what I'm doing so I want to make sure that when we do expose these 3 names over here, that they're also, you did the moon landing, also you fell. I was hit with something, I had no idea what it was. If you get hit with something, you have no idea what it is, you don't know what to do. Because I never know what Antifa has in their hands, It's like a mystery box or something, And I got right back up. You see, that's the thing. If you fall, if one of these fat clowns fall, they're not going to get up. Not the way I did. I got right back up, baby. Come on. You can't knock me down. That's the thing. You want to, but you just can't. Trust me. Trust me.
That I'll give this idiot. You try to knock him down, he gets right back up. I'll give that idiot that. And no matter how many attacks we have thrown at him, he keeps coming back. There's one thing I'll give this idiot. I'm telling you, he's like a fucking roach.
I fell when I got hit. Dude, seriously, you're just mad because I made fun of your eye. You're mad because you do this when you get angry and stuff like that. I don't know what you do. Like, you can roll your eye without rolling it, right? And you're probably mad because I can actually have a staring contest. Anyways, so, like I was saying, you guys aren't pushing this whole idea of made in America. You're not. You're saying that you're nationalist. You're saying you want to put America first. You're saying put America first before every other country. However, you're not talking about getting a hat straight from the campaign store, right? Very trending looking hat. However, it's made in America completely. The factory, the place that it's shipped from, the people that work there, all Americans, okay? All Americans, right? But you're not talking about that. What you rather talk about is what? What do you guys rather talk about in the news? What you guys rather talk about? You guys rather talk about oh my God, what was trending today? Oh, the Gillette ad. Don't get me wrong, I will talk about the Gillette ad, right?
You fell.
It's impossible for me to work for a campaign if I didn't vote. You would have to vote in order to work for these campaigns. Like, you're not making any sense right now. But anyways, so what's it called?
He just said you had to vote to work in these campaigns. What are you talking about? Okay, moron. You have admitted multiple times to different people you did not vote in the 2016 elections. You told me that before you even became famous. I even started backing away from you when you told me that. And like in March of 2017. I was like, that's not a good image, I told him. Oh, it doesn't matter. So he was just saying that like he's gonna get into a party without paying his ticket. It's like all of us got our tickets to the football game. And he's saying, no, I don't need a ticket. I'm still gonna get in. Don't worry. I'll get free beer, free popcorn. That's what he does. He gets everything for fucking free. You think this guy ever fucking paid for anything a dime every time we went out to a bar? He had a group here in New York City called the Modern Patriots. You know, some people would say, Rob, legal Latino, you're the leader of the New York City movement. And I said, nah, I'm in school. I don't need that shit. You know, I just want to go to rallies, have fun, go home, record, and go home. That's it. Boom. Call it a day. So this idiot started doing the rallies. I'm like, yeah, go ahead. You take care of it. Yeah, Chris. I was going to school. I didn't want Antifa to know who I was. I didn't feel like getting doxxed. So I played it smart. So I said, hey, Jewvi Val, why don't you become why don't you become the fucking face of the movement of New York City? And you know, like a true leader that I am, I used Jewvi Val as a cover while I was going to school. My school is more important than me doing a Trump rally, but I still wanted to support my president. So Jewvi started doing the rallies. He's putting his name on shit. And then people thought we were working together. People thought I was a fraud because of Jewvi Val. Like in April, that's when Bob started attacking me. Stop it, Bob. These other patriots in New York. Because of Jewvi, people started attacking me. My stock started going down. Luckily, I had to go to California late at the end of May. So I left Jewvi in charge of New York City. And all Jewvi did was fucking fuck up New York City that summer. That's all Jewvi Val did. Summer 2017 was fuck up New York City. New York City became divided. This guy, he just started doing stupid shit at rallies, stupid rallies. This idiot, Jewvi Val, first rally wanted to be at the Puerto Rican Day Parade wearing MAGA hats. Folks, this was for June. I was already in California, June. I think it was like the 16th, 20th. This moron, Jewvi fucking Val, wanted to have a rally at the Puerto Rican Day Parade wearing MAGA hats. I had to tell his group, Modern Patriots, I'm not here to disavow anybody, but if you go to the Puerto Rican Day Parade with a MAGA hat and American flag, and if you get shot or stabbed, you fucking deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. You deserve it. And I think I forgot when this idiot got hit with the bottle. Was it July or June? I think it was around the Puerto Rican Day. I forgot the day this idiot got hit. But it's around there. Let me just go back to this shit. See, folks, if you want anything broken down about this idiot, let me know. I was there firsthand. I started Jewvi Val. This is why I want to finish him off. And I'm glad the Nightwave community, Daywave, ROTC, and others now are joining in the fight against these roaches, against these termites called Jewvi Val.
the Gillette ad, right? Everyone's bugging out about it. Everyone's talking about it, the Gillette ad. But yet nobody's talking about other issues. Like nobody's talking about a phone call being made to a member, I believe, of Rise Above movement or someone that was apparently arrested for the assault on DeAndre Harris. Nobody's talking about this. Nobody's talking about the phone call that was made to him, talking about exactly the time people are serving for even attending the rally. They didn't even cause any type of disruption, no type of chaos that others did, and they're being taken out of their homes, okay? They are being taken out of their homes. And then you guys talk about nationalism versus patriotism. It's your American duty to do three things: pay taxes, work, vote, right? Patriot.
Wait, what? What? Did you just tell us we have to vote? Mister, I didn't fucking vote. Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here with that. Hold up. Folks, am I the only one that heard that?
Type of disruption, no type of chaos that others did, and they're being taken out of their homes, okay? They are being taken out of their homes. And then you guys talk about nationalism versus patriotism. It's your American duty to do three things: pay taxes, work, vote, right? Patriot. Didn't pay taxes, didn't vote, didn't go to...
Three things you do not do. You do not work, you do not vote, and you do not pay your taxes on your GoFundMe. Fucking hypocrite. Straight up hypocrite.
Work. They grabbed their guns, got off their fields, got off their shops, and went to war and stood up for something they believed in. Okay? Now, regardless of what you say, I can work in any campaign I want. I can go to any club meeting I want. Can you go to a Republican club meeting? I didn't realize Jewvi's... What are you talking about? We're working on a league right now to protect these people. A league of lawyers, constitutional lawyers. What do you think I've been going to these meetings for? You can give Ron Minutis to whoever you want, okay? But I'm trying to get something bigger done, all right? I'm trying to get Antifa off the streets and get lawyers that are constitutional lawyers that will defend these people and protect them. That's what we also went out there to rally for, whether you agree with it or not.
They're gonna trolls.
Okay, you want to talk about successful YouTubers? Why is Nightwave or whatever, why is all your channels have less views than one of my videos? One of my videos has like 14,000 views, and all it shows is me fighting Antifa. Maybe not even fighting Antifa. Seriously. You want to talk about successful YouTubes? Really? I'm not even consistent with content on my YouTube. Like, seriously, you don't know what you're talking about. If I wanted to, I can blow you out of the water with my content alone. That's great. It has 100
Why was Augustus Invictus
views
and Charlotte with you, but you're too embarrassed to be seen at your 9-person rally? Wow. Nightwave Radio with the heat.
1,000 views. That's great. What are you talking about? I think you're mad because me and him actually connect and we talk about things, issues that occur within the movement. We're actually out here trying to protect nationalists while you're just making fun of someone for having fibromyalgia. Like, oh, wow, yeah. I would love for you to actually approach him on the streets and talk to him about it. The rally in Charlotte had about 40 people. And it would have had more if the police didn't block leftists from coming in. I don't care if leftists honestly come in. But yeah, so don't talk about popular YouTubers when this guy did like 2 or 3 videos of me and can't even get more than 14,000 views. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Now, a lot of you are here, born and raised in America. Hopefully you're out there pushing more for American-made products, you know. There's a lot of them out there. I think Red Wing is one. New Balance, Cali Femme Headwear, which makes these hats, of course. Yeah, Almost every city I go to, I meet people I know. That's shocking, honestly. I went to Boulder, Colorado, and somebody knew me immediately right when I got there. I forgot where else I went recently. My friend went to Canada and somebody knew me. Give me a break. Like, seriously, I know what you're trying to do. And with all those supposed views, why doesn't your sub count reflect that, Jewvi? Because I don't put anything on my videos, really. I just talk, and I talk to a certain group of people. It's not like I'm trying to, like, make fun of people or put people's videos out there. I just talk to you guys. Seriously, if I wanted to, trust me, if I wasn't being censored on Facebook, which I just got banned from, and if I had a Twitter and all of that, if I had all this going on right now, your views wouldn't even matter. Honestly, your views wouldn't even matter. Yeah, if I wanted to. If I really wanted to talk about what's trending and what's popular in mainstream media or whatever, like a lot of others do, then trust me. I was actually a very known gamer. I was a very known gamer.
So by him saying, I could really want to do it, but I don't have time. So that means you're not going to do shit, but you're going to tell people that you're going to do shit without doing shit. That's nice.
My channel was actually pumping, like, I don't know how many views. It pumped a lot of views, actually. But anyways, so back to what I was saying. Yeah, so a lot of you are talking and you're just talking, and you'll continue to talk. You won't actually go walk outside your house and do something. You'll just talk. You can send as much money as you want to people, but you also have to go out there and make moves, okay? You have to organize something. You have to get something going. You have to build connections and network with people in different. That's the thing. I go to different meetings for the Republican Party, and I speak to people, and I reach out to as many people as I can, and I tell them, listen, we need to change everything around. It's such a shame that we have a Republican Party that's so weak that they think they're winning when they have Cruz and DeSantis, even though they nearly lost those two races, How do I make my living? Okay, that's funny because I actually do work. I've traveled around the country working as well. I've told you guys this. I work with the GOP. By the way, if anybody's in the Midwest and they're looking for work in the GOP or anything of the sort, please let me know. All right? Message me any way you can. Yeah, I'm looking sad and lonely, yet I'm always hanging out with the people of the rally. I'm always taking pictures with them. They're always inviting me to places. I just tend to go back to the hotel and fall asleep sometimes. I'm busy with other things, but I would love to hang out. I just don't do that sometimes. You can say what you want, but guess what? When I go to a city and I go to a rally, they're talking about me. I don't want them to, but they wind up doing it. Look. Okay, so
see this guy? He fucking loves the attention. He's like, they end up talking about me. This guy doesn't even care what you say about him. He just wants to. He wants the attention, just like Joey Gibson.
I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. You can keep doing what you're doing. But what I'm doing is actually going out there and people know my name and they're familiar with me and you can laugh what you want.
People know my name. That's what he goes for, recognition. He does it for attention. Let me thumb this down. What am I doing? Just like his brother says, he's an actor. He does it for attention. This guy is a typical liberal Democrat, whatever, Jew. He'll tell you what he's not doing and he does it. He's like, no, Goy, we're not stealing from you. And he is actually stealing from you. That's what this fucking guy, man, I swear.
You can say what you want, but you don't have the balls to do it. So I do it, okay? You guys stay home, you chitter chatter, and that's fine, chitter chatter. I'm here right now because I'm just home. But when I'm not, I'm actually out there doing something. I'm meeting people, okay? I'm actually speaking to people. When I met Ann Coulter, me and her actually had a conversation. When I met Roger Stone, me and him actually had a conversation. Roger Stone was sitting right next to me in a bar, and we were just having a conversation, you know? Neither. Why do you listen to these morons? Like, seriously. So look. Wow. You're still on my balls about something that happened about a year ago. Maybe more than a year ago. Yeah. Too bad you're not going to get any of that. You see, the girls that actually like me, I actually meet and we can hang out. I don't think you're going to hang out with them because you would have to put on a pair of shades because nobody wants to look at someone with their eyeball looking in the other direction. You can't stare deeply into your eyes. It'll just be the eye. What has this accomplished? Dude, I could send you tons of messages of people actually putting on their MAGA hats and going out there and trying to be more active. What are you talking about? What do you do? What does your radio station do besides talk about other people? You know? Yeah, I'll leave you with this. Not I'll leave you with this, but yeah, I'll tell this to you. Great minds discuss ideas. Average minds discuss events. Small minds discuss people. Okay? So, you want to be American made? By all means, get American made. And what better way than to get something straight from the campaign store? But when you purchase something online from the campaign store, yes, 50% goes to the GOP. So if you don't want to give money to the GOP, then you have to actually go to the Trump Tower to get it. Any place that they actually sell his campaign stuff, right? But they don't tell you this because the RNC just wants to get money from people that are not even their voters. Okay? That's what they want. So if you're an independent, a libertarian, or a Democrat, and you want to get a MAGA hat, an official MAGA hat, you're putting money into the RNC. All right? That's something they don't tell you. Now, these are officially made in America. We need to start pushing for more American-made brands, right? But that's the problem, that people are not pushing for that. So they rather have their merchandise that says, you know, all these great quotes, you know, for America. But what does it do? It's made in China. Honestly, it's made in China. I remember American Eagle is made in Pakistan. Your American flags are made in China. You know, this right here, this is made in America. Okay, this is made in America. Now, it doesn't matter what somebody will tell you, because what they do is when I go to the tower, they sometimes get the made in China from the gift shop. They don't tell them. They don't tell them, hey, this is the campaign store. This is an official Trump hat that you can buy right now. Instead, they'll send them to the gift shop because they don't care. You know? They'll send them to the gift shop. Now, these are the glasses from the 80s. I know a lot of you guys here are like, you know, Generation X or something. So yeah, from the 80s. You know the name. Yeah. I wouldn't even tell you to join the Proud Boys. There's nothing proud about a group of men who praise a rat and a traitor, you know, giving up names and just backing down and leaving his own group. It's yeah, so you know the gazelles, you know, or gazelles, whatever you call them. Gavin McInnes ratted on his own members. That's how they ended up in jail. Or that's how they were arrested. And they don't care. They're so loyal. This is blind loyalty to him. They're saying, and for what, though? For what, honestly? Oh, that's a lie? So why is it when I posted about this, why did Gavin text me the same night and say, Jewvi, you have to understand why I gave out those names? That's what he said. And then he deleted his, well, he was removed from Facebook, so his whole conversation is there. No, what are you talking about? There's 3 speeches Gavin's given, and he's mentioned me in 3 of them, dude. And I can get into contact with Gavin right now. What are you talking about? Why do I need to show you the messages? I showed my friends the messages.
So he just said he could get into contact with Gavin right now, right? Have you noticed the pattern? All the people that are doing harm to the movement get along. Like Jewvi, like he brags that he gets along with Laura Loomer. Now he's bragging he gets along with Gavin. Joey Villa he gets along with. Cuck Spartan. So, I'm connect the dots, folks. We're all smart. This is the reason I'm starting to do these kinds of videos, because I know a lot of the backstories. So you guys can get filled in on this whole JQ Jewvi question. And, give you more ammunition, guys, because this motherfucker, he's really out of control. He's the kind of guy that will fuck a lot of things up. Like, he's worse than James Fields at a rally.
It doesn't even matter. I have a lot of people's numbers. I have Jack Posevic's number.
How convenient.
I think I even have Mike Cernovich's number. But
See, he just said it. I haven't seen this part yet, but he just said it. Loomer, Cernovich, you see? Fucking people we don't like. And then this guy tries to be like, no, they're not. Now he's talking shit about Gavin. See, I met Gavin, but I never spoken to him. I never really cared to. And I criticized him because I never really liked him. I met him. I didn't feel a vibe. I kept it real. But this idiot will be your friend. Now he's talking shit about his friend Gavin.
I don't need none of this. This is not even useful to me. Loomer's a friend, but I don't need to contact these people. I think I even had Bill Mitchell's number. Bill Mitchell, yeah. If you would have smashed the bottle on my face, then you would have ended up with a broken nose. Because that's exactly what happened to the guy.
See, this person you wish, damn, legal Latino heat is loving these trolls. I wish I was there, man. It's like I missed out on this party.
Who smashed the bottle on my face? He ended up with a broken nose.
You look like a faggot. Your shirt is retarded.
Not tough. I'm trying to tell you. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So clearly, these people are not made in America. They're just a bunch of clowns who came to America and want to have freedoms, but they don't want to really work for it. Now, it's honestly such a shame. How are they bigger than Gavin? But they're bigger than Gavin as a group. They're not bigger than Gavin as an individual. There's not one individual in the PBs that's bigger than Gavin. And let's talk about Made in America. Gavin is a Canadian. He's from Canada. So you have these Canadians coming to America preaching nationalism. But yet they're not doing anything for their own country. They're not doing anything for their own country. You're a Canadian. You came to America and you built a platform off of nationalism. How hypocritical does that sound? What do you want to debate me about? What would you like to debate me about? Seriously. Hopefully it's something to do with politics and not these personal issues or rumors or gossip, something actually important. It's like when you watch somebody from One American News Network and he's British and he's doing the news of America. It's like watching Trevor Noah, who's I think from South Africa, who won't have the balls to actually do news about South Africa or even satire news, but yet he wants to do it in America. Go to your country and build it up. This is not his country. He's still Canadian. He's from Canada, But nobody cares. Everybody just wants to help everyone that's not even a, yes, please unsubscribe and dislike because this little clown told you to. It's like we give platforms for all these people that are not even American. Milo Yiannopoulos is not American. Trevor Noah is not American. What's his name? Jordan Peterson's not American. You know?
See, this idiot has been watching my videos. That's where he's getting all this information from. Because I said the same shit earlier. You know this motherfucker watches my videos and rips me off? When I was back doing my videos on Facebook, he would take the content that I would say and write it down and then put it in his fucking speeches. Not that cringy shit, though. The funny stuff. Like the good stuff. This motherfucker, man. Because...
But I don't think Crowder is coming to America. I don't even know where Crowder is right now, but it doesn't even matter because it's not Crowder that's building a nationalist movement in America. It's people like Gavin and Peterson and Milo. They're coming to America, you know? Yeah. Beat me in what? What would you beat me in? Would you beat me in if we debate about, I guess, the difference between constitutionalists and conservatives? If I'm still standing here, I don't know what to tell you, honestly. All right, so listen, you find a way how to get in contact with me. You can message me on Instagram, and that's it. Because I have people who said he would be you and he would beat me in eating Mexican food. He would beat me in eating Mexican food, probably. I don't think he's the little one. I don't know what you guys are talking about anymore. But yeah, so I just see that we're really pushing for people who are not even American to build a platform in America about nationalism. And yet, can you guys give me a good example of an American born and raised here that has a platform? Oh, is that who that is? Is that Lil Rob? Lil Rob, you want to kill the liberals? You want to kill the liberals? There's the people, because of Israel. See what's going on? It's not a issues. There you go. What happened to George Lincoln Rockwell?
That's him trying to imitate me right there. And this bitch, you wish, Ecuadorian food. She's gonna fucking... I've seen this bitch on other channels. She's gonna get it. Watch. She's gonna get it.
I believe he was killed by his own people. Who's alive today? That's a great example of an American being an American. You know? Is that what we're doing? We're gonna go after Israel? You know, because I used to, introduce everyone to, like, Jews for Trump. And now I'm trying to introduce everyone to the Nazis for Trump. I don't know what dislikes you guys are showing on me. But that's
him trying to imitate my voice. That's actually the voice that I used to imitate him. So I don't know what he's trying to say. I don't even sound like that. And like I sound more ethnic. Oh, I'm Jewvi. What are you talking about? You gotta get high pitched, like your hands goes out when you do Jewvi. What are you talking about? Don't believe the rumors.
the thing. You guys are disliking the video because it's just me. You're not disliking the video because of what I'm doing. I'm pretty sure what I'm doing you guys probably enjoy.
Sometimes I wonder the idiot knows what he's saying. So nobody likes him. So it's okay if you guys don't like me, but just like the message.
You are to realize that the only networking Yeah, that's funny you say that because during the midterms I was working on GOP campaigns. What were you doing? Oh, wait.
GOP campaigns that you lost. Shut up, idiot. I'm gonna play you singing songs. Yeah, your campaign lost, you idiot. So, I mean, you didn't really do much. Everything you do loses. You're a loser, man.
Yeah, I think it's funny because, okay, first of all, you're a manlet. You're a short, stumpy little fella. You got googly eyes or whatever you want to call it. You're not funny. You look like a pedophile when Ashton Whitty was drinking from a juice box. I've only saw one video of yours, and I think it's the one that included me in it. Never heard of you until I finally saw you in DC. You did not do anything to Gibson because you were too afraid. Regardless of what you said he does, he still does MMA and he'll probably kick your ass. What else? Honestly, what else? Like, there's like someone, let's talk about politics. You claim that you don't even like Trump, and then you're trying to tell me that I'm gonna not help Trump get elected in 2020. And they're all manless. They're all shorter than me. And most of them that talk crap wanted me to be the one to defend them whenever they got into the fights that they got into. I have someone doing a documentary on me. Thank you very much. I'll send you the video. Now, you guys are probably manlets. Most of you are. Like, it was like you guys have nothing to offer. You have nothing to offer a woman. You have nothing to offer society. You have nothing to even offer to people that are probably outcasts that are seen as social pariahs. You have nothing. Nothing. You know? But it's fine. Say what you want. It was raining and I slipped, especially when I'm getting stuff thrown at me. Let me read this to you since you guys think it's a joke. Like, seriously. I'm going to read this paper, right? I'm going to just read a little bit to you. This letter is being sent to you automatically by computer because you were listed in a law enforcement record as a victim of the representative, a victim of a crime. You are entitled to law to receive information about this case. The defendant was charged with simple assault. The prosecutor currently assigned to this case is Assistant United States Attorney. I'm not going to say the name. Who can be reached at blank, 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 blank. It is possible for this prosecutor to be placed by the other prosecutors as the case progresses through the criminal justice system. If you are unsure who the assigned prosecutor is, please call the Victims Assistant Witness Assistance Unit at blank, blank, blank. Please keep the list letter nearby when you ask questions about the case because this information will be extremely... This is 3 letters I have that has the same exact thing. Okay? So I'm going to do what I can to either... See, that's the thing. I don't want to put people in jail, because I guess through simple assault, they can serve up to 180 days and be fined $1,000, right? So I can probably do that. By the way, if you guys think that this is new, there's a whole bunch of little kid gamers that would do this. So it's nothing new to me, seriously. And tomorrow, I'm going to go take care of something that you probably can't even do. Who's Jack? I don't know who's Jack. I was on Compound. I'm pretty tall, actually. Why am I reading some of these comments? Alright, so, anyways. I haven't watched Matrix Evolution. No. Nobody made me cry. Get out of here with that. You do realize there's a video of your little beaner friend crying about a girl, and I still have it. And what was he singing? He was singing something. Oh, he was singing My Boo to her. Oh my God, that's so bad. You better shut up. That's all I'm going to say. Tell little Rob if he wants to keep this going, I can as well. And there is videos of him crying to his girl, or he thought was his girl. The only reason he's upset at me is because he thinks that I banged the girl just because I went to her state. He did not call me a fraud. What? I'll bring him right now. What are you talking about? And that little beaner that you guys all defend, he's not even from America. It's like when people hold signs that say they're for peace, but they're actually for war. And then people hold signs that they say that they're for love, but they're actually for hate. That's what I think when he has a name called Legal. You know?
I was half asleep and I heard my name.
Look, you can say what you want, but at the end of the day, I'm laughing. And you know I'm laughing.
We're laughing at you, you moron. Damn, they're going hard now. I didn't get this far in. I admit, folks, I was falling asleep a little bit. And then I heard legal and I woke up. I forgot the psychology term of that. But this idiot went on for 3 hours. Oh, man.
He's entertaining and likable how? He doesn't even know what he's talking about. Like, seriously, you can't replace me.
What?
In order to replace me, you're going to have to actually go out there and do something. With anything, I can replace you. I can easily start up a radio show and knock you off the grid. It's not hard. Not hard at all. What do you mean a sub count? I don't care about the sub count. Look, Revenge of the Syphilis will be a thing of tomorrow if I actually start a show. That's all I'm saying. Well, I'm busy with other things, so I'm not going to be able to do that right now. But do you want me to? Do you really want me to actually start a show? I've been called Chad. I'm the... I don't know what you're saying, Wish. Are these your friends? Are these the people you...
No, he just stuck on with these chats. No, he was live at 1 a.m. to 4 a.m.
Actions speak louder than words. I'm all about the action, though. I'm all about the action.
Do a show, nigga.
I really am, though. Like, I would love to see one of you actually do what I do.
No, he's getting triggered. This is the fun part.
It's your channel, not your... Jesus Christ, am I going to have to teach you how to spell now? Grammar Nazi. I don't need to because Here, how about we talk to Wish? Because Wish, when I first went on Delk's feed, that's when I started going back on YouTube. And I could keep going back on YouTube.
Joey, fuck these guys. Get back on topic. Look at the chat.
I know how to spell. Very great speller, actually. You want me to be gay so you can feel more comfortable about your sexuality. He obviously doesn't have clout. I've never heard of him. I'm not going to get help from people that dislike a video all because someone told them to dislike it. I've never heard of him. I remember I compared a woman to a cat. I compared a woman to a cat and I was banned. All I said was, women are like cats. If you want to keep one, you have to know how to deal with their crap. And I was banned off Facebook for that. Then I got banned recently just for posting something on a page. Apparently the page is affected, so every time I post on it, I'll get banned. I can write, how is your day on that page and probably get banned. Tell us about your escapades. I'll tell you about where I've been. That's not true. I meet people every day. And I still have people that I've known ever since I came into this movement who have still stood by me. I don't know how I got banned, honestly. I got banned off Facebook for comparing a woman to a cat, and then I got banned on Facebook for just posting pictures of an event.
Times to kick things up a notch.
Hey, say what you want, but at the end of the day, I go do what I say I'm going to do. It's not like I'm, just staying home most of the time. Oh, no, I've had the chance to meet Trump. I had the chance to meet Trump a few times. But I honestly don't want to meet him until I have to. I'm not the type of person who just want to meet someone just because I have the chance to do it. I wish I was a beta male. If I was a beta male, maybe you would all get off my balls already. A lot of you didn't vote for Trump. What are you talking about? I didn't know voting for someone means you can't support them. Like, how many people didn't vote for Trump that are supporting him right now? What do you think the walkaway movement is? It's a group of people that didn't support Trump. That didn't vote for Trump. So why are people making sure that we can get from here to DC or here to Charlotte? These are friends of ours. Of course they trust us. The guy who had a car that was decked out for Trump, it was vandalized by Antifa, and Trump invited him to the White House. He then invited him to the Trump Tower, and he told me, would you like to meet Trump? And I was like, yes, I would. But then I realized that I shouldn't, not yet. I don't know who that is. And I said, you guys can message me on Instagram, Real Jewvi Val, and I'll respond there. And I don't know how you want to debate. And I'm pretty sure it's going to be a waste of time because you're not going to debate on anything that's honestly relevant to what I do or what you do. I don't even know what you do, to be honest. Yes, yeah, are you going to debate him or not? Message me on Instagram. I don't know who you are. As number one, he gets thousands of views. An idiot getting hit by a car can get 1,000 views. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? The gram is where it's at right now. The gram is not taking people's posts down, really. Or for what I'm seeing. They only took one of my posts down, actually. But that's because some leftists complained about it. You could play in traffic all you want and make videos. What do you mean? I don't delete messages. See, that's how I know you're lying. Why would I need, hold on, why would I need to delete a private message? Okay, I'm looking at my Instagram right now and I don't see any messages. I don't see any messages. So yeah. So do your best, do your worst. It doesn't matter. I do think you're gay for having a picture of me. By the way, the girl that sent me that picture probably looks better than anything you've ever fucking scored. Excuse my language. I don't know why I even said that. Anyways. Oh wait, she didn't send it to you. She sent it to the little beaner, and then the beaner likes to send stuff around. Maybe I should do the same. Get it. It's the Freedom Hat. It's made in America. You should get one. It's a badass hat. I'm sorry to hear that you have a hat signed by LeBron James. Like, if that means anything. Alright, so if you want to debate, I think you can even message me on YouTube. I think that's possible. Is that a golden eagle on the hat? Yes, it is. It is a golden eagle. Of course I love Jesus. I would love to walk in his path and turn the other cheek. But I'm just not like that. That's just not me. I think fascism is a reaction to violent communism. Unlike many here, my parents are happily married. I have no idea what you're talking about now. I don't know who's Timothy Manley, whatever you pronounce it. Last time I went to church, when did I go to church? It wasn't too long ago. When was the last time I went to church? It was like 2 Sundays ago, maybe? No. I'm a Gentile. If anything, I'm probably more white than some of you here. I'm not sure what has anything to do with this. Will you at least talk about the Timothy Manley drama you were in? Who is this? Seems like you're purposely avoiding it. Seems like you're making stuff up because I don't know who you're talking about. No one's ever reached out to me to debate. The hostile Gentile. Ah, I like that. Who said that? That's good. I have no idea who that is, and I've never heard of him or spoke with him unless he used another account, but no one's really messaged me about this. Should women have the right to vote? Probably not, seeing as the majority of women did vote for Hillary. all because she was a woman. I think that was pretty stupid. Who let the special kid off his leash? That's what I'm saying. You let the special kid off his leash, and then he brings his little goons in here, you know? Eye contact. Eye contact. If it wasn't for Gavin, I wouldn't know who you were. Yeah, I understand. Gavin helped me start a platform. But Gavin didn't stick to his guns. If guns, I would have definitely kept in contact with him. I can almost say I regret being part of the Proud Boys for one of the past year or so. He listens to RAC, Rock Against Communism. Riot Records is one of the shirts he was wearing. You show up to events and claim you're working with people, but you never are. All you do is yell at commies. That's fun. It's fun to yell at commies. I don't only yell at commies. There's people that are on the right side that do stupid things, and I yell at them too. Well, why don't you go contact him? His name is Gabriel Brown. How is he going to debate me in public? You need to call out the commies. All of them. Did you guys know that there was an event in Nashville, Tennessee that involved Trump supporters that were united with commies against nationalists? But nobody wants to talk about that.
Me too, man. I can't.
First of all, I don't target anybody. They try to go after me, and then I respond. You ever thought of that?
As long as he's reading the comments, I'll keep watching. Because if the comments trigger him and it's funny, but he's putting me to sleep. I was falling asleep, guys. I'll probably leave this playing and I'll wake up in a few. I'll take a little nap. If I fall asleep, I'll be on by 4:20 California time. But I'm gonna let this play. I hear some parts. I'm gonna speak. I enjoy because I doubt he's gonna take this down. But I'm trying to find the good parts. If you find the good parts, timestamp it.
No. He listens to RAC. Me, I like to listen to the oldies. Like, I'm talking about real oldies, like doo-wop and 50s rock. Do you even know... Is this one of those names that's like a pun or something? Do you even know what that is? Yeah. Did you listen to the Bing Crosby Christmas album? I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. They go after me. I respond in a bold way. Look, I have the papers right there to take down 3 commies, okay? 3 commies. What do you have? When was the last time you took down a commie? I've taken one down physically. I just recently signed a petition to ban pedophiles off Instagram. I barely block anybody. Yeah, I want to know who's this Tim guy you're talking about.
Hey.
Let me see. Does this show me how many people are on this? I don't know. It doesn't. But I'm going to tell you right now, though. I don't know what should we call him? Let's call him... what should we call him? Is it Crazy Eye or Lazy Eye? Anyways, so I don't know what Eyeballs told you, right? But Mickey Blue Eyes, no. The googly eye guy. Okay, Fish Eyes. All right. So I don't know what Fish Eyes told you about me, but that's fine. You can say whatever you want. I'll tell you right now, though. Are you from California? It's pretty late on the East Coast. Absolutely, it's late. When you live in New York, you barely sleep, honestly. They took out that drink because of the word surge or something. That's funny. See, I just stand up for free speech. I would never try to shut Mersh down or whatever his name is, right? I would never try to shut him down. Kiddo, you have me on Facebook. You know the answer to that already. If this is the same person. Of course I can stand up on a sidewalk. People were throwing stuff at me and it was raining. What do you want me to do? Seriously. I was wearing shoes. I wasn't wearing no boots or anything like that. I'm telling you one thing, though. I can stand up longer than you can, probably. Stand, fall, do it all. Oh, my God. Don Lemon is such a fag. He's just circling a Confederate flag in the guy's office. Like I said, I don't know what's wrong with these people, why they're always... Do I read at all? What kind of question is that? I'm reading right now. You know what it is? It's just... I don't care about that. I care. People are always talking about what's trendy and what's popular and what's on mainstream media, but I'm more focused on what are values and what's principle, and just focus of Christianity, right? This is what people fear. But when I watched One Tree Logic debate David Duke is a and we're going to bring him on to this event, right? Now, I spoke to a few people about it. They like to lie to people. They like to tell people that the last time I went to church was 4. You were 4? Well, I didn't go to church too long ago. That's how I went to... Nah. See, I don't take drugs or chemicals or any type of stuff. I don't do that. I don't even take pills. I like to heal naturally, and I like to have a natural flow, natural or organic, either or, Yeah, rub nose. I can rub my eyes too. How about you? Yes, natural, organic. I'll tell you one thing though. Even though I don't do it, I've done it, and I did it once in Costa Rica, and it was probably the purest, most whitest you would ever have before it comes up here and it's all stepped on. Because what you guys are probably doing is meth or crack. Just to let you know. It was one time, though. One time. By the standards of natural organic, cocaine is organic.
It's been more than one time, crackhead.
I just spoke about it just now. Hey, Bio, do you still dox people?
Oh, this is the part that he asks to dox people. Biohazard, one of his gamer friends. So I don't know who he wants to dox, one of us or...
You should get in contact with me about that. Maybe we could take down some politicians. Or maybe people who think they're too big for their bridges. Probably knock them down a peg or two.
Too big for their britches, knock down a peg or two. I wonder who he's talking about. Who's going to dox? Keep that in mind, folks.
Oh, really? All right. If you can message me on Instagram, that's good. Just type in Real Jewvi Val. I've been on 4chan. I've been on the Daily Stormer. They've mentioned me before. I just don't go on those platforms. Not because I don't want to. It's because I'm just pissed off about not having a Twitter or a Facebook really. So it's like even if I do go on those and I try to share it on Facebook or Twitter, I'm getting banned. No. What are you talking about? Left wingers are doxing people. They're doxing nationalists, and you're over here complaining? You're over here saying, oh, we got a big bad doxer. You know? I have a Reddit. Reddit censored me too. I posted a few times, but the thing about Reddit, you can only post on channels, right? Like maybe I guess you can make one. I don't know. I don't mess with Reddit. Bio, don't even explain it to them, dude. I know your abilities. Just get in contact with me. Real Jewvi Val. We're gonna take out some. Would you like to take down some Antifa? That's all I'm asking. What do you think, kiddo? What do you think? Oh my God, who's the hell spreading all these weird rumors and stuff? You're not Antifa. I know who Antifa is. Antifa doesn't go on YouTube feeds and starts talking crap or whatever. Trust me. Antifa doxed that guy that I mentioned today. His name is, oh my God, what is his name? Bordens. His name is Bordens. Daniel Bordens. He doxed Daniel Bordens. They doxed Tom Gillens. They doxed all these people from Rise Above movement and the Charlottesville event. And it's just sick because none of them are getting doxed. They're all being treated like they need to be protected. And they're the ones that are trying to attack us. Oh my God. That's sick, dude. Get your neocon BS out of here. Go join the military and do something for America, you bum. Where would you like me to go? Syria? Afghanistan? Iraq? No. This is what we'll do. Bio, just get in contact with me, bro. How about you guys stay in America and you actually fight the commies? Stay in America and fight the commies. No, I never watched the show. I only watched when he was trying to show my brother or something like that. I don't know why you're trying to. Was it him? I don't know. They're all alike. They're all talk about the same thing. Get them all confused, anyways. I was a part of his show. I was actually out there in D.C. when he stuck his head out for one day and decided to go attend the event. I was there. I don't care about Mersh. Mersh doesn't like me for some reason. Mersh always talks crap, and then finally, I responded, and now he's crying about it. And instead of being a man about it, he's being a little female. Only females do what he did. You know? Yeah. I mean, it's not easy to have work lined up when they can just Google your name and then they see all this crap about you. If I type in Mersh or whatever his real name is, you won't see it, you know? Don't even, look, honestly, Bio, just get in contact with me. We'll work something out. This is not about attacking right-wingers. I don't dox right-wingers. I'm not a clown or a coward or an idiot. You know, I don't do that. Doxing right-wingers is stupid. Okay, it means your feelings were hurt. So if you guys did give out my number or my name or pictures of me, you're just weak. I'm going after the real issue here, which are the commies. I'm not worried about some retard from the alt-right or the alt whatever. You know what we should do? We should start a group of non-whites that are probably more white nationalists than the ones that we deal with in the alt-right, and call ourselves the alt-white. That would be hilarious. Why you gotta say that for, dude? Seriously, why? Yeah. I told you to message me, and that's what you want to say, you know? Yeah, I want you anywhere but here, Jewvi. Well, I'm here. And I'll go to Boston, too. How about that? Again, I was in Boston when there was about 40,000 people protesting, only 40 of us. Where were you that day? Were you out there that day in Boston when they were protesting us and there was only 40 of us there? There was about 500 Boston PD, maybe 100 SWAT. You ain't picking on me. You should try to pick on them because I honestly don't care.
Morning, Just Could Do.
You was there? You was there with us? In the bandstand? You were there?
Breaking down the Jewvi video.
You know?
I fell asleep a couple of times already. I catch the parts where he mentions my name. I wake up. And the night where Mersh, I don't know if they're still in the chat, but when Mersh was somebody, he got the biohazard. I Dr. Jewvi before 7 years ago. The good old days. I'm just picking on you, bro. Oh shit! Even Biohazard's picking on him. Even his own friends are picking on Jewvi. Last time I went to church is four.
Bandstand? You were there? You know? I gotta deal with these nut jobs, these commies that like to drag a woman by her American flag. And I know a couple of people in this group think that's funny, but I don't. Because I believe the flag that she was dragged by was the one that her husband died for. I was in the bandstand August 19th, was it? I was in the bandstand, a Sea of Unity. Yes, that's who it was. We want whites. Multiculturalism. These little fags in there. It's probably not. This headset's probably not made in America. Let me see if this charger is. Is your hat made in America? You know what's funny about the NRA? They're all...
Your jokes are not funny. There's no more trolls, I think. A techno chip came in.
At the rally. And everybody was yelling and screaming and crying about it. And then they replaced that with a 9. Because I think he mentioned white nationalists. The wife, the husband, and the wife. And I was attacked viciously. I wouldn't say viciously, they're actually pretty weak attacks. But I was attacked by Trump supporters for defending them. And they called me a spy and a liberal. So what did I do? I said, you're all a bunch of magatards. When Muslims do it, we need to coexist with them. And I'm like, what the what? And you know what pisses me off? That we only attack Muslims, you know? Yes, rubbing his hands together, you know? And this is what pisses me off the most. Oh, she does the number one girl, baby.
Why your face?
Yes, Muhammad is one of the. Yes, exactly. That's sick. That's sick. Muhammad is the most popular name, and Rashid is the most popular name. I'm okay. Let me take this off the charger real quick and tell you. I was permanently banned on Twitter by Trump supporters. They did not like the fact that I called them out on their hypocrisy. I was defending Al Franken as a man. I was defending Roy Moore as a man. And I was attacked viciously. I wouldn't say viciously, they're actually pretty weak attacks. But I was attacked by Trump supporters for defending them. And they called me a spy and a liberal. So what did I do? I said, you're all a bunch of magatards. How dare you say that you're over here making fun of the Me Too movement, but yet you're defending the women against Roy Moore and Al Franken. What? The Me Too movement is just women against men. And then you started realizing that Republican women were actually dipping their hands into that movement as well. You know? So then I was attacked for that. I was being called a traitor, a fake, and a phony. And I've been banned off of Twitter since a year already. It's been a year. And I can't get my Twitter back. All because I used the word magatards. Then you had a woman with her name that was politically incorrect. That's what she had on her Twitter. Attack me and say, how dare you call me a magatard when my child is retarded? And I was like, I bet you your child uses their brain more than you are right now. And they kept attacking me, you know? It's because I don't call people retarded who go through these mental health, who go through these mental issues, right? But I do call people retarded who have a brain but don't use it. That's my definition of someone who's retarded, right? So she got offended. I was banned, right? And this has been going on for over a year. And I don't know if you guys know who this is. Do you have a Patreon? No, I don't have a Patreon account. I have a PayPal and a Venmo. And I even had a PayPal when I started doing raising money for when I was attacked. And they shut down my PayPal. They shut down my GoFundMe. But the thing is, I had a PayPal. I didn't have a GoFundMe. Whoever set up the GoFundMe for me, they shut them down as well. Then I find out that these are all right-wingers doing it. And you know what they were saying? Yeah, it's going off. Let me shut it off. Hold on. Hold on a second. Where is this damn fire alarm? Where is it? You guys can hear it all the way from over here. Oh my god. You know, I'm not even gonna go reach for that. Alright, hold on. How can you hear it? It's like all the way over there. Okay. Now at least I know it works. So this happened, you know? And they're all left-wingers, you know? Even the researcher took down a page, but the money that was raised from researcher was through Mike Cernovich. Mike Cernovich said that he'll pay us if we go disrupt Shakespeare in the Park. I didn't know who Mike Cernovich was. I just wanted to do it because I thought that play was atrocious. And I do defend free speech and I protect it, but you have to understand something. A man was shot for being Republican, so I stood against that. I didn't disrupt the play in a sense that I wanted to shut it down. I disrupted it to raise attention to what was going on. And I was kicked off. I was arrested, actually. That's what it was. And this is what I mean by, I will probably go to jail to stand up for my right over the law, because your rights are what's important to you. You know? I don't know about Patreon. All these groups and everything, they all just go after you. You know? They all just go after you. And it's like, I'm not for the right or left. I'm not for the Republican or the Democrat or the conservative or liberal. I'm for the constitutionalist. The ones that are actually trying to go out there and protect the Constitution. I went to a rally in North Carolina this last weekend, and I saw no Confederate flag. Why? Because political correctness is killing America. And they believe it's not politically correct to have a Confederate flag. You know how disgusting that is when you're politically correct but you're historically incorrect? That's very bothersome. And nobody wants to talk about this. But what would you rather do? You'd rather talk about me falling one time. You gotta talk about me being attacked by people because I pissed them off. I pissed them off with words. It's not like I'm out there just punching people in the face, you know? It's not like that. I say something and it pisses them off. So what? I have no reason to do it behind closed doors. I have to get in your face. Why? Because when I wanted to be left alone, they didn't do that. They put it. They kept trying to shove it in my face, saying that I have to like Obama, otherwise I'm racist. I can't say that Hitler was a very powerful man, otherwise I'm a Nazi. You can't acknowledge that a man had power, even if you don't fully agree with what he did. And it's shocking. Honestly, it is shocking. And I was called a Nazi in 2012 while everybody else was probably keeping their mouth shut. No way I was going to stay quiet about Obama. And you know what bothers me? You know what bothers me about conservatives in America? Conservatives in America are the reason why right-wingers are losing their platforms. Conservatives in America right now are the reason why you have labels, or you had labels on CDs that said explicit language, parental advisory. They're the reason why you have warning labels or signs whenever you watch television. They're the reason why all the censorship occurred on television. Okay? Conservatives are also the reason why Elvis couldn't dance on TV, even though he did. All of this was like taboo or just, borderline degenerate. Remember who did. And what do we do? What do we do? We don't acknowledge that. We don't acknowledge that conservatives are very against the Constitution when it comes to the First Amendment. I mean, a conservative could be all about their guns, but when it comes to the First Amendment, no. Because conservatives believe in comfortable speech, not free speech. Conservatives will try to protest and even shut down someone that speaks on being pro-choice, I'm just trying to educate. I'm trying to educate from what I learned. Here I am thinking that the right-wingers are always right and the left-wingers are wrong and Democrats are evil and liberals are bad, but it's not true. Conservatives are less constitutional than liberals. That's something that somebody wouldn't want to tell you, The way I'm helping is I put on a MAGA hat and I go out in the streets, and there's so many people out there that think there's no way anybody will wear a MAGA hat in our neighborhood or our city. We'll beat the crap out of them. And then they wind up talking to me and having conversations and getting along and, thinking differently of what they think when they see a MAGA hat. So yeah, it makes a difference. It also makes a difference when you see me with a MAGA hat. It makes you want to put on your MAGA hat and not be afraid to support your president. People want to say, oh, you have to vote for your president in order to support him, and I think that's nonsense. And for those of you who didn't support him, that voted for him, I think that's worse than actually not voting for him and supporting him, because you're actually doing it without any type of obligation. Do you know what it is that you vote for somebody and you hope they do better just because you voted for them? But then when you don't vote for them and they do better and then you're still supporting them, it shows that there's no strings attached. Look, it's ugly. It's hideous. Being censored by the side that you stood with, that hold the American flag as you, that wear the same hat as you, that support the same president, and yet the moment you mention defending a Democrat just because he's a man, because I'm a man before I'm a Republican or I'm a man, damn it. That man was told to resign because of what a woman said. I thought we were against that. I thought we were against women getting away with saying things just using their words, but apparently not. Because if you're a right-winger, then I guess it's okay. It's okay to be a so-called conservative woman and blaming a man who's a Democrat for fondling you while you were sleeping, which was a total lie. Total BS. And yes, I'm talking about Anne Franken and Leanne Tweeden. And then those two feminazis that told Eric Schneiderman, who's probably not a great attorney general anyways, that you should the real meaning of conservative is conserve the Constitution. The idea of conservatism is actually to focus on traditional values. Now, traditional values to them obviously isn't the Constitution, because if you have the freedom of expression, the freedom of speech, and you're also the people responsible for burning books. Come on, my parents were hardcore conservatives and they told me do not read Harry Potter. They told me this because it glorifies witchcraft. These are conservative teachings. Do you understand? So it's not about the Constitution when it comes to conservative. A liberal, however, believes in expressing themselves, expressing their freedoms and liberties to the fullest extent. At times, it's the fullest extent to the constitutional law, but then they start going even farther. So they start breaking barriers when it comes to age, race, gender. That's when they start breaking the barriers, you know? So you want to express yourself freely. You want to say that 10-year-olds can do whatever 18-year-olds do, which is sex. It's sick, you know? Maybe 16-year-olds, I guess, right? You know? It depends how young you are when you start having sex. But then you're just pushing it. And then what does the LGBTQRSUVWXYZ community do? Nothing. Not even the right-winger gay conservatives. What the hell is a gay conservative? How could you be gay and also for traditional values if you don't even value tradition when you're saying that you're gay? You know what? We'll talk about that some other time. But what I'm really trying to tell you guys is this, right? When it comes to what's going on right now in America, nobody in the right-wing movement is really fighting against pedophilia. They're not doing it the way they should. And I expect gay so-called conservatives to do it the most. You're trying to tell me that gay conservatives, I don't even know why I keep saying that, right? Let's call them gay cons, right? So gay cons, right? Gay cons are not calling out pedophilia? Are you serious right now? Why is that? Why are gays not calling out pedophilia? It's one of the most degenerate, wicked things to happen in America and you're not calling it out? Are you afraid? Are you afraid of what people might think if you call out pedophilia? Guys, I tell you every single day, these pedophiles need to be hung from their feet and shot in the head. They don't belong in society. You know? They don't belong as a part of society. What would I do if I had a bad person? Well, that's the thing. I don't believe in good and bad people. I believe in good intentions and bad intentions. Or actually good and evil, you know? Milo Yiannopoulos doesn't do that. I don't think he's calling out pedophilia. He's also a guy from Europe that's he's built his platform in America. You know? And it's just, you're in Europe. Go in Europe and go preach whatever you're saying in America. Tommy Robinson's doing it. And even if people don't agree with what Tommy Robinson does, he's still out there in Europe. Now, I went to a bar in New York City where the little kid was dancing for money. 10-year-old kid or 11-year-old kid. I went to that bar. I spoke to the bartender. Now, I really wanted to wring his neck and throw him over the counter and beat the crap out of him, but I spoke to him because I had to be in character to say, hey, I'm actually planning on doing a coming out trans party for kids that are 6 years old. How do I go about doing that? Didn't bat an eye to it. Didn't even look disgusted. He goes, well, you just need a permit. That's all you need. Just a permit. That's all you need. Just a permit. I'm like, wow, this guy doesn't care that they're 6 years old. Let me see what else he doesn't have a problem with. And then I asked him about the kid. And he got so triggered. I was like, you know, that trans kid, Desmond. And he just gets pissed. I was like, he's not trans. He's drag. There's a difference. And I'm like, in my head, I'm like, you sick bastard. I don't give a shit how you feel about that. That is a kid. That is a little boy. So, just kept doing it, trying to see, like, someone is. Wait. Someone who's hurting everything you have worked for, but didn't even help by voting. If you think voting helps, then you haven't been listening. You know what I've noticed about voting? Doesn't matter what side you're on, you're voting for less of your rights. Because the rights you had 10 years ago are not the rights you have today. So if you think voting is helping, it's really not. I mean, don't get me wrong, it puts people in that you want in power, right? Vote from the rooftops with a scope. No, but seriously though. And that's what I came to realize. It doesn't matter who you vote for. You know? It's like, I guess voting is two wolves and a lamb arguing what's for dinner. That's how I see it, you know? And don't get me wrong, I would love to build the GOP. I go to these meetings and I speak to these people because I want to see if they have ideas of their own. And of course, it's Fox News talking points. It's nothing new, nothing original. You know, but that's the thing. You think the battle has been won. You think just because Trump's in office that's it. We don't have to do anything. The war will end when the enemy says we've won, not when we've said we've won. Do you understand? There's a war going on in America right now, and I'm in the front lines. I've been doxxed, I've been followed, I've been tracked down. I can't stay at a hotel because they even posted on Twitter. I don't have a Twitter to even try to like get that information away from, you know, Twitter sphere or whatever. So there's a war going on in America, and we're all a part of it. Oh, absolutely. I think in 2014 or even 2012, I was talking about the Black Lives Matter and how the movement is just racist and it just focuses on putting black people in front of others. And I thought that was ridiculous. You're calling me a dummy, but why are you waiting for a battle to be over? Like, I don't think you can count your losses after a battle. It's the war that matters. One battle is just one battle. There's many battles that need to be won before we can honestly say. And it's like, how do you expect to win the war? You have battles make up a war. Yeah, I know what a battle is. Where can I find this? You would have to go to my Facebook and look through the timelines and try to find videos because they do not let me access anything on my own Facebook. I can't go through my own videos. I can't even go through the pages I made. I made a page called Fascist Book and they shut it down immediately because I showed a picture of Mark Zuckerberg and he had on a Nazi uniform and then it shows the F like a swastika. So, yeah. I can't really do much on Facebook. I'm banned anyways. But what you could do is you can go on Facebook. What do you mean I'm repeating you? I know the difference between a battle and a war, dude. Like, I know you want me to agree with you and say, you know what? You're right. I should have definitely listened to you, but it's not true. Because how many people, let me tell you something. You have 60 million people who voted for Trump. But how many of them are actually out there doing something? How many of them are actually getting involved? It's less than 1 million, okay? Less than 1 million people are getting involved. I'm talking about, I did things before voting. What do you mean? What are you saying? There's videos of me mentioning issues that are occurred through the Black Lives Matter movement, which I saw in front of me. You know? Here's a better question. What have you done lately? Is there anything about you before Trump became president? Were you at all involved in any way? Can I find it? Because the only people that should honestly be saying something about what I do are people that are actually doing it. Other people that are doing it, of course. Nah. I don't know what you're trying to say, but you're wrong. I've been involved different ways. I didn't really record anything until I didn't even record anything in 2016. It was all in 2017 I started recording. And I also got banned in 2017, so how do you like that? I think you're mad because you know my name. You've heard of me. You probably thought voting for him is all you ever had to do, but there's more to this. There's levels to this, you know? Oh, of course, I put myself out there. And the thing is, I don't even need to say that. People mention me all the time. Come on, what do you want me to do? You want me to just stay home and not do anything? That's not me. So whether you like it or not, it's happening, okay? I will continue to travel. I'll continue to do what I said I'm going to do, and I'm not backing down. Why does that bother you? Because you're not doing it or you can't do it? Why don't you do it better than me? And then show me how to do it. How about that? See, that's the thing. I don't attack or critique people. I just show them how I do it. That's all. It's happening. It is happening, you know? And I hope, you guys understand that if I really, really wanted to, I could start my own radio show. I already have a name picked out. And I can work with a media company and actually get this going. I'm a scumbag because you don't like my content. But who are you anyways? That's the thing, like, I don't know you. And I think you're mad that I don't know you. I think you're mad that you know me and I don't know you. I think that's what pisses you off. So I guess Donald Trump is a thought, right? I guess Spencer's a thought. I guess, honestly, get on SoundCloud. SoundCloud sounds good. SoundCloud sounds good. No. I don't even use those terms. I don't use swag, YOLO, thought. Like, that's so childish. Like, if you're getting your vocabulary from kids on Twitter, then I don't know what to tell you. You know? I guess you could keep following Selena Gomez or whoever the hell uses those words. Okay, you're glad I don't know you. That's fine. I'm glad that you know me. Well, you think you know me. I'm glad you think you know me. There you go. I can't lie, I do use the word trad. I love that word, trad thought. Guys, do you love the word trad thought as much as I do? I just love it. Do you guys like to know what a trad thought is? There's a lot of trad thoughts in this movement. There's a lot of them. Like, the reason why I use trad thought is because you can just say, I guess, MAGA slut, you know? You can say that, but I like using the word trad thought. A lot of them are in it, too. Like, I mentioned trad thoughts, and then the trad thoughts are like, what's a trad thought? I was like, of course you don't know. And then they get pissed off when they find out about it. And then they keep messaging me saying, am I a trad thought? Am I a trad thought? And I'm like, what do you think? You can answer your own question. Prostitutes. You know what I say? I say whenever I see something slutty online, this was way before Trump was in office, I used to say how thoughtful, you know? I don't run around like a spurg, acting like embarrassing myself in public, changing things, dummy. Yeah, I know, right? I mean, let me just show you once again. I just want to show you this real quick. These are three Antifas right here. Okay, three that threw something at me and they were arrested for it. It's up to me if I want to press charges, okay? Which I'm going to, because I'm going to get these scumbags off. These are scumbags, all right? Watch your mouth when you're calling me a scumbag because you don't know me. But these are the scumbags. They're all the same anyways, Antifa. These are the three names, right? You have absolutely never watched your own streams. You would be as embarrassed as your family. What are you talking about? My family's not embarrassed. My family loves the fact that they can go on, turn on the news and see my face or my name being mentioned in articles. They love that. No, those are the names. Those are names of people from the Department of Justice. These are people's names that I have. And I'm going to choose what I want to do with it. They were arrested. They might see time in jail, hopefully, for what they did. Okay? And regardless of your feelings, because I really don't care, my family loves what I do. What are you talking about? My brother's upset and all because you guys like to include him into this stuff. But other than that, he loves it. He's actually going to get involved with it. And if he starts coming out there with me, what are you going to say about that? You're going to make up another lie. And another one. And another one. Until you can't make up any more. And then people are going to realize that you're all full of crap. Yeah. Before Trump, I honestly still thought the same way about women. I thought to myself, why should a woman be treated with respect for anything else other than being a woman? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. Like, how many of you guys out there telling other guys to respect someone, respect a woman because she's a woman? The whole, that's someone's mother. Well, obviously you don't care about fathers, you know? And that's the whole attitude towards men today. That men don't mean anything. It's a woman, you know? You gotta treat a woman with respect. Why? Because she's a woman? And that's it? I never said I was a conservative. I never said that. I'm a constitutionalist. There's a difference. Okay? A conservative will try to shut down people that speak in America that don't coincide with their beliefs. That's what a conservative does. I don't do that. So, if you're going to use the proper term, it's constitutionalist. I might not like what you say, but I'll defend it to the death for you to say it. Okay? And I've always believed in that. And I've been doing this way before Trump was in office. And I've been called a Nazi way during Obama's time in office, like his first term. So I've already been out there. And I've done it. I've done it in little parties and crowds and groups and meetups and, you know. But that's the thing, though, you know. It's like, I'm doing this whether you like it or not. The message is effective whether you believe it or not. And I'm going to get farther than I am today tomorrow, whether you like it or not. I never called myself a conservative. I was explaining what a conservative is and how conservatives are the reason for censorship in America. I call it, what do I call it? Censor-servative. That's what I call them, censor-servatives. And that's what they are. I don't think I've ever said that I'm a conservative. Maybe at one time I would say that. And I do have conservative values, of course. So keep going, you know. You're just making yourself seem like the fool. And you know how you can actually help with this whole thing is by telling me what you do and like what makes you. How do you contribute to society? There you go. You know, there's a guy that I don't agree with, and I think he's a coward. But he did tell me that he helps veterans and hurricane relief. And he's basically saying that I'm less of a man because I don't help with hurricanes. And I'm just like, I mean, I live in New York. We have hurricanes sometimes. You're effective at embarrassing yourself. Not at all. I don't embarrass myself. I'll embarrass someone like you if you try to talk to me like that in person without any type of idea of what I do or who I am. That's what I do. I embarrass a lot of people. I embarrass these college professors that talk about their PhDs. Meanwhile, they can't even tell me what a phobia is. You know? Consuelatives. Think that by granting amnesty, all the illegal aliens will vote Republican. Yeah, I'm not for that. I think we just need to put a halt on immigration, honestly. And this whole idea that there is such thing as an illegal immigrant is stupid, because immigration is a process to gain citizenship in one's country. What process are you going through if you're here illegally? You're just invaders. Oh yeah, you're right. It's so embarrassing. So embarrassing to get Antifas arrested. It's so embarrassing to actually encourage others to put on MAGA hats. It's so embarrassing to, get someone fired from their campaign because they try to steal your phone, all because they're on the opposite side of you. It's very embarrassing, you're right. It's very embarrassing to call out a politician for being a woman beater, even though he says he champions for women's rights. It's so embarrassing, It's very embarrassing to storm the stage of Shakespeare in the Park because they were glorifying political violence towards the right-wingers, It was very, very embarrassing to go to Boston with 40,000 people facing you and trying to rip your head off all because of your message. So embarrassing. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, seriously. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I don't care you agree or disagree with what I do, but I do it anyways. That's a joke I made. I made that joke for Keith Ellison and Avenatti. It was like, these men stand up for, no. These men will fight with women's rights or something like that. For women to have rights and lefts. I'll send you the meme. It's actually pretty funny. Until you get a job and make large numbers of right-wing populist babies, you are doing nothing. Dude, are you really trying to tell me where I've been? I love that. Please tell me where I've been. And I can have 50 babies and you'll still find a reason to not like me or have an excuse to say I'm not doing anything. You're just a personal activist or one of those what are they called again? I don't even call it a hater. Are you a hater? You're probably a hater. The First Amendment is to protect unpopular and unvarnished speech. During different times, in 1987, it was adult porn as art. 2019 is to restore the majority Christian right. Amen. Thank you, Switch. I don't know who you are, man, but hopefully I can meet you again or talk because you remember there. And mind you, this was my first time ever stepping foot in Massachusetts, in Boston. And we were escorted out through paddy wagons because 40,000 people were chanting, "Let them walk, let them walk, let them walk." And then they started rattling the ambulance or whatever, the paddy wagon. I would never forget that. And then it was me, Biggs, and a few others inside one paddy wagon, 100-degree weather inside the wagon. And everybody was taking deep breaths and people were about to pass out. I was sweating a storm, but you know what? I managed to, hold my own in that situation. And, I did it again in Berkeley. I did it again in New York City. We're always going to be outnumbered. Doesn't mean we're going to be outgunned. And I'm telling you guys, you use this. It's a great weapon right here. Dude, the Marxist horde. Oh my god, that was insane. Okay, so I'm looking outside of the bandstand, right? And all I see is faces. I didn't see the grass. I didn't see the concrete. I've seen faces, right? I think you're more focused on my personal life than what I do in the political realm. So mind your business. Worry about your own. Let's go back to what we were talking about. Made in America, baby. Made in America. All right. So, yeah. Now, so yeah, this was crazy because it was like there was nothing but faces. There was no ground. There was no grass. It was just faces that you saw in the crowds. And I remember I was doing this, right, with both hands, and they roared and it was shaking and rattling the barriers. I was like, oh my God. And then I remember one of the guys was saying, Jewvi, do not piss off these people. They're going to kill us. I was laughing so hard that day. And then we finally escaped. We were escorted out. Where have you been? Where are you now? You're LARPing with MAGA capes. I wore the cape one time, and it's to show that I stand with my buddy who's a veteran who makes those flags, okay? The 2020 flag. He's the same guy that got kicked out of Disney. That's a friend of mine. I have every right to wear what the hell I want, whether you like it or not. You don't know why I wore it, but it doesn't matter. Anyways, yeah. So that was nuts. And you said you were with Dave. I was at Boston standing next to Dave. Where were you? You can type my name and Boston, and there's a picture of me next to Tammy. You know, Tammy Never Hillary Lee. And I'm holding a megaphone. I call it the megaphone. I'm holding the megaphone, and I'm saying stuff through the megaphone, and I got yelled at by the police. And then there's a speech that was given, like, right before we entered into the paddy wagons. And there was this guy from, like, the Hammerskins or something, and he just came out of nowhere, and he wanted to join us. And I guess the reason why, it's, like you said, optics, you know? So you had this Hammerskins guy enter into the paddy wagon, and as soon as he got out, a friend of mine who passed away, unfortunately, he ran up to him and he said, give me your phone and give me your battery. He takes the battery and throws it into the harbor. And he's like, no, get out of here. I will never forget that. And then we went to Waxy Gordon's, I think, or something like that. Went to some bar out the outskirts of Boston. They told us we couldn't even go back to Boston. Can you believe the first time I was in Boston, I was escorted out of Boston? That was nuts. And a lot of those guys, right, they hate the fact that I'm, like, not cool with the Proud Boys or a lot of these Patriot groups or Trump groups. They don't like that, right? But it's because I'm not going to lie to myself and say, oh, yeah, every Trump supporter knows what they're talking about. No, it's not like that. But they know that I went out there and I fought with them. I stood with them. And guys, I'm not joking. We did it again in November. We did it with less opposition, but still, they try to fight us. That's the way it is, you know? You can't change them. That's the way they're going to be. But the idea is not to be afraid, you know? Many don't agree with what we do. Many will say, you know, you're not helping. How are you going to help him win in 2020? Well, we do the flag drops. We get people more familiar with Trump 2020. You know, we do that too. You know, there's always little things you can do, you know. But then people just think, all I have to do is vote Republican. And I did my work. I did my duty to America. Even though these commies are controlling all the colleges and universities, and they're out there attacking my son all because he's a conservative or he's a right-winger. Yeah, we're standing up against those people. We're reaching out to these universities. It's kind of like Turning Point, but we actually believe in free speech. Whereas whereas Turning Point believes in their speech, and calling everyone a commie, a Marxist, or a liberal, I guess, shuts down the conversation that they're having. So, yeah. I'm not going to call somebody a commie, even if they're going to call me a Nazi. But anyways, there's so many things that I've done, honestly, and I was shocked that I even came out alive from it. Berkeley was nuts. Berkeley was like 20 of us versus 20,000. It was right after Charlottesville that every event, every free speech rally was met with thousands and thousands of opposition. So you would see that it was, how many at first? It was 1,000, right? For each person that was there. So if there's 20 of us, there was 20,000. I kid you not. I was on one of the steps on UC Berkeley. I think it was Martin Luther King Park or something. I went on a step and I looked at the street and it was covered with faces. And I had my MAGA hat on the whole time. If you type in Jewvi about Berkeley, you would see like a crowd of people yelling at us. It was nuts. Yep. It was 1 week after Seville, and then the next week after that was Berkeley. And then after that, it was Mother of All Rallies or something like that. I think it was that. Oh, no. It was West Fest, and then Mother of All Rallies. That's what it was. And it was great. 2017 was a beautiful year. Even though Seville happened, 2017 was amazing. But a lot of people backed down. A lot of people ran away. A lot of people were saying, no way, I'm not getting doxxed. And they still got doxxed. It's like, I just saw a bunch of people on the right trying to appease the left. That really bothered me. Because that's not what we were here for. We were here to fight against Marxism. We were here to stand up for a constitution. We were here to show that there's people that didn't vote for Trump that still supported him. And that we were going to fight for them too. And they also fought with us. Like, they stood with us. You know? You have 320 million Americans. Let's say 100 million are children, right? 220 million are not. So you have 120 million that all voted all together, and then you have 100 million left that didn't vote. That 100 million, majority are Trump supporters. But they just didn't vote. And, yeah, that's the way it is. That's the way it is. But as long as you support, as long as you're out there taking a stand, I'd rather have someone who didn't vote for Trump support him than someone who voted for him not even do a damn thing. Just make it seem like, oh, well, I voted for him. I'm like, oh, okay. By the way, what state are you in? Oh, okay. So your state didn't vote for him. Got it. No problem. But yeah. I'm gonna cut this off in 20 minutes. But yeah. Now 2017 was great. And I wanted it to be even greater, but so many people started censoring us. Left wing, right wing, just censorship all over the place. Disgusting. Never thought I'd get banned off Facebook until I pissed off a Trump supporter. Never thought I'd get banned off Twitter until I pissed off a Trump supporter. Never thought I'd have my post taken down from Instagram until I pissed off a Trump supporter. What the hell happened? It was this whole idea that we need to get these real, actual Nazis away from the movement. And I'm like, what Nazis are you talking about? These aren't Nazis, these are white nationalists. There's a big difference. Stop using words that you hear the left use and then make fun of them for using it. And that's all you saw. That's all I saw. It was a darn shame, honestly. A darn shame. Yeah, it was 23. Now it's 5 people left. But I don't care about that. I care about in a way, venting, getting everything out, interacting with the people that were here, It's like, I noticed one thing though, if I had like a big American flag behind me, yeah, that gets people's attention. If I had like, what's it called? A a stand or a background or a setup or something that keeps people on. But right now I'm just laid back right now. I know that they did a whole bunch of dislikes though, just to try to prove a point. But that just shows that wherever I go, you go. And I'm okay with that. But you know what pisses me off about that? Even if I don't like you, even if I think you're a coward, if you're getting beat up or something, I'm not just going to walk over. Especially if it's commies. If commies are beating you up, I'm going to have to jump in, of course. But they won't do the same. Because they're cowards. And they're weak. And they're pathetic. So they think having all these likes and tweets and all of this, right? They think that that's going to actually keep them relevant. But it's really not. Because there's always going to be somebody out there that's bigger and better. And who knows? It might be me. Yes, this is still going on. I'm about to cut it off soon, actually. But it's a shame too. If only I can do like the setup where you can invite people through Google Hangouts. I gotta get more familiar with all of this. I watch fake news, but only to like laugh at it and do other things, of course. Yeah, I think I need a laptop to do that. I had one, but that thing is probably gonna blow up if I turn it on again. What, bud? That'll suck. And I think I tried to monetize one of my videos on YouTube, and they told me no because it was too vulgar, but it really wasn't. And I thought that was pathetic that they didn't let me keep it. Yeah. I don't believe anything they say. I don't watch Fox News ever, right? And I watch CNN most of the time. Now, when I watch CNN, I love seeing these conservatives tear apart the panels. It's incredible. It's fun. You see David Urban do it. Ed Martin used to do it, but they kicked him off. Paris Gerard, Ben Ferguson. Steve Cortez is doing it now. Steve Cortez needs to stick it to Ana Navarro again. That woman is so annoying. Like, I hate the fact that she thinks she's this Republican. She probably is. That's how Republicans act, probably. But she's so annoying, And then you got Simone D. Sanders with her little gap tooth, that Queen Latifah looking. Ugh. It's annoying, I'm telling you. And then Mark Lamont Hill has said many divisive things before until he said something that was supposedly anti-Semitic. That's when he got kicked off. So remember, guys, when you're talking about the oppression Olympics, they're all victimhoods, right? They're all in the victimhood. So Jews are on top of oppression Olympics. They're the biggest victims. How do I know this? Because you can say something racist and get away with it over saying something anti-Semitic, or just criticizing Israel, or even the Jewish faith, which will probably happen here. And of course, I will get banned for it. Oy vey, indeed. Oy vey. Speaking of oy vey, did you guys watch No More News? think he debated Owen Schroyer, right? His name is Alan Green, I think, or Adam Green. Adam Green. So Adam Green debated Owen Schroyer on his show, and then he debated him again on InfoWars. But I didn't get to see that yet, and I would love to see it. And he was basically calling him out for being Zionist. And this is the thing about when I put Made in America, that's not American. Like, I guess a lot of people have this idea that being an American is protecting Israel. But I think being American is protecting America. No, I don't think so. I know so. So when you say America first, do you really mean it? Or do you put other countries' interests at heart? We're supposed to go first. So let us do what we have to do for ourselves. Oh, you shouldn't talk like that. It's very anti-Semitic. Oh, really? Is that what you think? No. I'm just making an observation. But I don't do it because it's trendy in one realm, you know? Like, I know somebody that talks about the Jews and won't shut up about it, but doesn't do anything about it. Like, doesn't name the nose publicly. He does it in the corner of his room. And he puts on a cowboy hat. And he makes it seem like he's based, but no idea is his own. And I remember people telling me, oh my God, he's so intelligent. I was like, I don't think he's intelligent. I think he just uses people's ideas, tries to run it as his own. And the only reason he's doing that is because the MAGA movement doesn't like him. Like, they already called him out for being a coward and a phony. So now he wants to try to reach out to the alt-right people, you know? And people will say that about me, that, oh, the MAGA movement doesn't like you. That's why you're going to the white nationalists. I was like, that's not really it. It's because there's more people on this side that I see that are honest with themselves. Don't need to make stuff up. Don't get me wrong, you got some people that just don't shut up and they keep talking about Zionism, but they're not doing anything about it, you know? Whereas me, anytime somebody's out there and they try to make it seem like, oh, the Jews are the biggest victims, I was like, no, screw that. I'm not going to let you get away with saying that, you know? And I remember one time I said, there is no such thing as a good Jew, or Muslim, or Christian. But I did, there's no such thing as a good Jew, ... or a Muslim, or Christian. And of course, even though I said that, like having fun, kind of, I was still attacked. Like, some Jewish lady, she started tagging me. And that's how it is, you know? It's like, how could you say you're America first, but you're more interested in helping out Israel? You know, Israel can help themselves. The money we've given to them, we can actually use it to help us. And that's not anti-Semitic. That's nationalist. It's nationalistic, not anti-Semitic. It's okay to be anti-Gentile, though, I guess. You know? We have to watch out, because the Goyim knows. And I even see it in the right-wing movement, like the alt-right movement. I see a lot of people, like, trying to be very discreet or even careful when they mention Jews. It shouldn't be like that. You have to normalize this. It's strange how people are trying to normalize homosexuality, but people are not trying to normalize being aware of what's going on in Israel. That's what bothers me right now. Like, people are really pushing hard to normalize homosexuality, but no one's pushing really hard to normalize nationalism. I know. It's a shame, too, because I started talking about this now. We can go a whole hour talking about this, and it'll last that long, too, because we can get more people to interact with what's going on here. But I'm probably going to leave that for some other time. It's a shame that I got banned off Facebook for doing absolutely nothing. Like on Facebook, I'm a didn't do. Like I didn't do nothing, and I still get. Yeah, there's always tomorrow night, but I'm just glad to know that I have work with a campaign soon, and with that, I'm going to a different city, and I'm going to help a campaign out. It's going to be fun. But then it's weird because when I was speaking to someone on the phone about this campaign, another company that works for campaigns contacted me. So now I have to find out which one do I want to work for. Don't get me wrong, the first one is incredible and I love them, and they did so much to, get me to travel and work on different campaigns. But this is a new guy. He's like, I think in a way he's confided in me to definitely help out. It'll be fun. Anybody in the Midwest should definitely reach out to me. And whoever that guy is, Timothy Manley, which is probably a pun. What's it call it? Reach out to me too if you want to have a debate. I'm not sure what you want to debate me on. And we could definitely do it. And for that guy that's upset at the fact that I'm even doing this and everything, it's gonna get better. For me, not for you. And it has. It actually has. And it's been fun. It's been fun. And I love traveling. It's a beautiful thing. I love going to different cities and eating different foods and meeting different people and educating them on being a constitutionalist instead of a conservative. And I remember when I was in North Carolina, the guy was saying that Spencer and Kessler are doing an event and they're not going to show up. And I was like, why not? He's like, oh, because we're not with them. I was like, but they're American. He's like, yeah, but they have a different message. I was like, it doesn't matter, dude. They're American, I mean, I can't be selective when it comes to the Constitution. I can't say that these people deserve the free speech and these people don't. And I hang out with some mad socks that even say it, like, yeah, man, I don't want to say commies deserve their free speech, but you know what? I can't be a hypocrite. I mean, they're probably more white nationalists than mad sock, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. And it's just like, we have to do that. We have to expose what's really going on right now. And it's the hypocrisy when it comes to the Constitution. You can't go out there saying free speech and at the same time you're excommunicating people. You can't say that you're for the right to bear arms and yet you're not upset at the fact that people have to give up their bump stocks. Even though people are not going to do that, I think that's great. Did you guys know in New Jersey, none of them gave up their guns? None of them gave up their guns at all. It was a buyback program, and not one person handed it in. Not one person. That's because the American people are stronger than the government. And that's what we have to know right now. That's what we have to focus on right now. And look, there's a group called the John Brown Gun Club. A bunch of militant commies that want to go shooting, and they were denied their right to shoot guns, And it's even worse that it's a forced buyback program. And guess what? You can't force we the people. It just doesn't work that way. They fought back hard with that, and I thought that was incredible. Not one person handed in their gun. Those are true Second Amendment, I guess you could say Second Amendment Those are true Second Amendment Americans. That's how you are pro Second Amendment. Whenever the government tells you to do something and you don't do it, that makes you more American. Amen. And I would love for them to do a rally in New Jersey. I would love for them to do it. And I'll stand with them. Because they fought hard. You know what it is that the government knows your addresses They know what kind of guns you registered, and you didn't hand them in at all. You know what's going to happen with these people that didn't hand them in, right? You know what happens when you say no to the government, right? They're going to do it in a horrible way. It's going to be ugly. It's going to happen, though. You know what they're also going to do? There's going to be a shooting, possibly a mass shooting in Jersey. And it's going to force people to want to give up their guns. Because that's what they did in Florida. They sent guys with guns to your house. Exactly. Ironically. They sent guys to your guns, guys with guns to your house. And you have guns to protect yourself. But then you really think about it. The government is allowed to go into your home with guns. And you're not allowed to defend yourself. They'll shoot at you and not care that they kill you. They did it to, okay, this wasn't the same situation, but they did it to a man by the name of Roy Finicum. He was shot in front of his family. And his family was shot at while they were in a car. They don't care. You go out guns blazing, screw that. Don't ever let someone try to tell you who deserves to have their guns. Very upsetting. So many Americans are complacent to gun laws. There's over 20,000 gun regulations, and you're trying to tell me there's no gun control in America, and then you're trying to find more ways to have gun control? This is a talk for some other time. Oh, appreciate you guys for tuning in. This will probably be the longest Red Pill hour I've had. Thank you all for tuning in, even if you guys were in here to troll. Just give you a little piece of who I am. No reason to hide that, or, you know. But yeah, so, as you know, it's not about right or left. It's about right and wrong. Constitution is what's right. So protect it any way you can. Talk to you guys later. Take care. Have a good night. God bless you and God bless America. Before I forget, always and forever protect free speech. I was prevented from speaking at an event because I do this too much in my videos. Stay deplorable.
This is your brain on cell phone and wireless radiation. Any questions? This message is brought to you by Infowars.com in the hopes that if you're going to fry your brain and body with radiation, that's your business. But for God's sake, let's protect our children.
As you probably heard, recently many of the biggest tech companies joined in a coordinated effort to censor content from broadcaster Alex Jones.
Because it looks like his website, Infowars, just lost their war on info. Yesterday, yep.
Apple, Facebook, Spotify, Vimeo, YouTube, Twitter, all of them pulled or froze Jones's accounts on the grounds that his views are too dangerous to be heard publicly.
Oh, it's easy to dismiss concerns about big tech's actions, all coordinated, it seems, to shut down Jones, because, of course, he's the media's poster child for conspiracy theories.
Court hearings will resume today in lawsuits against radio host and conspiracy theorist Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Alex Jones.
Infowars.com.
Infowars.
Alex Jones.
From Infowars.
Infowars.
Yeah.
He may be America's best-known conspiracy theorist.
Alex Jones obviously is a well-known conspiracy theorist whose brand is bullying.
And I know we're supposed to think that Alex Jones is way more radical than like Bill Maher, Michelle Wolf, or Rosie O'Donnell. But he's got a point of view, and CNN is trying to squelch his point of view.
Did Twitter make mistakes around Alex Jones and Infowars?
At the time,
we did not receive reports that we felt we could take any action that violated on our terms of service. Your colleagues at CNN pointed out a number of them. We took action on one, and then we noticed that all the others, likely because they were made known to Alex Jones and InfoWars, were being deleted.
But this isn't about Alex Jones. This is about freedom and our access to information from the sources we as individuals trust and like.
The left, which seeks to crush anything it can't control, applauded the news.
I think Alex Jones is disgusting. I think the things he says are awful. He makes me physically sick. With that being said, he does have the ear of the president, and he has 6 million people that listen to him. And I would like people out there to know that there is a segment of the population that's drawn to this. We have a problem in this country, and I would like him to be exposed.
Alex Jones promotes conspiracy theories and foments hatred of media.
I don't like giving people like Alex Jones a platform. He's one of those guys who believes Bigfoot was responsible for 9/11.
I heard that on Alex Jones, so it's true.
Yesterday, Apple, Google, Facebook, and Spotify all erased most of the posts and videos on their services from Alex Jones. So, if they're gone, they're out of there. Why are the most powerful companies in the world suddenly so threatened by an independent radio show host in Texas that they're willing to lose business in order to make him shut up?
For many on the left, the view seems to have become that if you can't beat them, prevent them from speaking.
And Jones is hardly their only target, that's for sure. Virtually every day, the big tech companies censor someone else whose political opinions they disagree with.
Facebook censor our free speech, and shame on the ones that don't even see that we have been censored.
The president also entering the fray. Today he said, quote, I won't mention names, but when they take certain people off of Twitter or Facebook and they're making that decision, that is really a dangerous thing because it could be you tomorrow.
Alex Jones, who is not my friend and who tells crazy lies about me, is thrown off Twitter, I think, and Facebook and a few other platforms. I think he's going to...
Thank God!
Well, if you're a liberal, you're supposed to be for free speech. That's free speech for the speech you hate. That's what free speech means.
Our establishment crushes dissent not because our establishment is strong, but because it is weak and afraid.
They're the ones in control, and they're the ultimate censors at universities, the media, everywhere. They're monsters. And now they want you completely banned from all new forms of digital communication.
Elites aren't afraid of what Alex Jones says, Krieger writes. They're terrified that it's popular. Trump didn't divide American society. Alex Jones didn't cause our widespread and, by the way, justified distrust in institutions. Elites did that. Trump's election and Alex Jones's popularity are merely symptoms of a corrupt and failed status quo. People know what's true. They can smell it. You can't stop them from knowing that.
Have you heard? InfoWars is getting banned across the internet. Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. They're all censoring us. I need you to share these links to the videos and the websites and the stories at Infowars.com immediately. And remember, if you can hear my voice, you are the revolution.
There. On the rocks. A beautiful girl.
Come to me, my child.
That is strength, boy. That is power.
5G is going to kill 1 billion people in the next 20 years from cancer.
I gave you this.
They make fun of it when we talk about chemicals in the water. We talk about electromagnetic radiation manipulating the brain, which is all admitted. And when we talk about the brain of the family and all that, and just as sure as shit, that's why they're so freaked out by Trump, because he's not been let in on this. He actually got elected. All the mad scientist shit. That's why they all mutiny and won't do anything he says. And everybody kept talking about that, quote, stupid movie, Sandra Bullock, Bird Box, and no one knowing what it was about. And I sat there this morning on the elliptical and started watching it 10 minutes into what it was. And the whole thing is the fact, just like the Kingsman, and I remember hearing, in the back, was talking about something. I think he figured it out. We have to get in here. We have to get it out. We have to do a good job. We have to hammer it. We have to do it now. It's kind of the zeitgeist that Alex Jones releases the secrets of the Bird Box. Well, they call it dumb. It's silly. It's all designed for a sequel. And before I even finished the movie, I went and did a guess what the synopsis was. I even told Pat Riley, I said, well, wait a minute, it's cell phones that have gone in and triggered people. And then like the Pokemon game, it creates a map to have people kill themselves once it takes them over. So it's only using the optics, but it's a electrical manipulation of the brain, like the person's following a map like the Pokemon game to kill themselves. But what do you do once the power grid goes down? A certain percentage of people are going to end up being killers and crazy, only half cooked, believing with the program cleanse the earth. And Pat's like, how do you know that's the movie? Because I fucking know the enemy's operations. And they're saying it all to our face, man. So, that's what this shit is. And everyone doesn't even know what it means. But that's what it is. That's just like the Kingsman. It's just like the Kingsman when they see everybody kill each other. They are fucking, dude. We got to go to the microfilm and find the Baltimore Sun, 1999. They did a DARPA article admitting they were testing cell phones to calm the public, cell phone towers. And I could never find it again after it was in the Baltimore, but they only do those little test balloons. Like BBC 20 years ago said, we had some human animal clones and test tubes. We got rid of them. A few got implanted in cows. We just don't, So, and then now it's like, we're doing it. So they've got the clones. It's a fucking whole civilization. And they have this weird metaphysical rule where they have to tell everybody what they're going to do to us before they do it. Now, how the fuck do we tell people that shit? And people say we're crazy. We're not. They're crazy. People can disagree with me, but that's what it is.
Yeah. No, I mentioned it to him before. I said Bird Box is the cell phone. That's the radiation tower.
So you already had to.
Well, no, when you mentioned it, I'm like, that totally makes sense. Because I saw the movie too. I watched the movie, and the girl's on the cell phone, and she starts beating her head on the wall.
And it shows everybody's on them, and it shows the phone rings. That's like the trigger.
Yeah.
You're saying, well, where's the phone? It's everywhere. It's 5G.
Yeah.
And it's in the future. And notice it starts in Russia. Because if the globalists were going to do it, that's what they don't control Russia. They hit Russia first. Because the only reason they have released weapons like this is they're afraid of a nuclear war in the middle of it. So it's got to be everywhere when they switch this shit on to kill everybody.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That is fucking crazy.
And the movie, they make it seem like it's a natural demon.
Yeah.
But you never do see it.
Yeah,
they never showed it.
And that's why everybody says it's so dumb. You never see it. Well, you don't see gravity.
Yeah.
Just like we're already working on this project about 5G and how you can't see it.
Yeah.
That's the zeitgeist, and everyone's freaking out because it's not even how strong 5G is. It's going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
Like they put them up every fucking 100 yards or something?
Every 250 feet. 250 feet.
Yeah, it's going to be bad penetration.
It's going to be a fucking giant microwave little, but it's like, it's harmless. These things don't hurt you, but.
And what it does is interfaces with all the gadget they put in all the new smart gear to track every damn thing they're doing. And they admit it gives you cancer way worse than regular cell phone radiation. So just like Bird Box, it is killing you. That's not debatable. They're not going to let you not be away from it. They're putting it in, and they can put carrier waves over it that make you highly suggestible. So now when you see subliminals or the chemicals or the whole overlay, they've already been testing in laboratories on humans that volunteer, on non-volunteers, and on primates.
And that's why they want you in cities, because that's what it's all about. It's not going to be 5G in the countries. It's going to be 5G in the cities, because you can't build enough towers in the country to cover it.
Well, we've got to get people warned about this. And Trump is all about innovation, but he's a caveman when it comes to it. And I'm going to go ahead and make the announcement too. He's effectively not president anymore. The fact that he let him steal the election, and the fact that they did all this. And whenever I just say something, no one listens. But I want to build this up, but I don't want to fuck around. And I want to just get this released by Sunday. I want to come up here, no bullshit. I want to shoot this. I want to explain it to people. I want to show them the stuff, but not go too in-depth as I always do in like one little area. Just say, listen, just like she says in the movie, because it's all metaphorical, and I'm sure Sandra Bullock doesn't even understand all this. The writers, I'm sure, we're going to look into who those people are.
Yeah.
It's just like the Kingsman. The message is metaphysically, They get the blame in this weird Baphomet, as above, so below, the balance of good and evil, Illuminati religion, that if they don't tell us they're doing it, then they get the karmic blowback, just like cremation of care, Bohemian Groves, by getting rid of the stuff. But they believe that if they tell us right out in the open, that's why I've been told by people that are hooked in with some of the high-level folks that, oh, you have a place in this, and that, but you just got a little out of balance is why you're being curtailed and cut back. You're going to be brought back. And I'm like, oh, great. And you say, well, that's just their power trip claim. They control everything. No, that's how they sit there and do control things, is that they use different forces. Even though I don't work for the globalists, I'm fighting their overall master plan. I'm trying to expose it. They thought we got too strong exposing it. Like, people are supposed to be told about this, but they're not supposed to do anything about it.
Everything. Yeah. And
this is going to be the weapon. But it's going to be more like, what's that movie from the Firefly TV series that got turned into a movie? It was only a one-off.
The movie was Firefly. No, the movie was Serenity. Oh, yeah, Serenity.
Yeah, notice they have a test planet where they basically put Prozac in the atmosphere.
Yeah.
There's no war, but basically 99% of people just basically die at their desks.
And then the other ones fucking turn into crazy people.
Well, because they know in studies of pesticides on bugs or fucking with humans too, a certain percentage aren't just going to get immune, we're going to mutate. Yeah. So I get very agitated. Like, that's what our listeners are. They're agitated by this, they see it, and they're pissed off. Because you should be pissed off. Yeah. But see, we're not supposed to get enough critical mass to actually intellectually do anything about this. And so I'm going to stop thinking about this. I'm going to be announcing on air that there's a big announcement all day long. I almost can't do the show because of this. Because I've already known it. I already see when I give the phones to my kids what it does to them. I already see the baby when she sees a TV zone out. We're walking to the mall. I already see people I've known that don't care anymore and are gone. And the numbers show depression, suicide, lower IQ just from television, Alzheimer's. So it's not going to be everyone at once running around killing themselves. It's just going to be, in a year, half the public commits suicide. I mean, I'm not saying it's going to happen in a year. I'm saying it's just going to be people stop eating, people stop caring, people start dying. Everybody I know aren't closing garage doors anymore. People aren't wiping their asses anymore. People don't have any memory from 5 minutes before. And the globalists are all counting on, they've taken our immune systems are collapsing. They've taken our thought processes away. They've taken our memories away. They've taken short-term memory. I mean, people, myself included, I'm driving around and look, people look soft. They look stupid. They can hardly talk. It's getting worse and worse. And it's bad. And I'm telling you, this is a natural progression of civilization. You know, they said they dug up people in England from 4,000 years ago in Africa. From 4,000, they've done studies. You look them up. And on average, they were a weakling was better than our Olympic athletes. So we keep thinking we're getting better. We're not getting better. And also mentally, people were super, super smart. We peaked about 4,000 years ago. That's why civilization kind of came up in the last 6,000. And we're going down. And the globalists decided to ride that sucker. They're not even doing it all. And then there's the final equation. I'm not going to join the globalists. But at a certain point, if the public knows all this and doesn't do anything, they've chosen it. So what's the third way here? You don't join the globalists who are going to pull this off from Kauai, Hawaii, and Tasmania, and New Zealand. Remember Mark Dicey's a great guy, but when he got on that jag against me 10 years ago, yeah, I have to point that out because I can't find my videos. They deleted them all. I said I talked to Hollywood producers, and everybody's moving to New Zealand because they're going to release something in the future. They just say society's over. That's why people like, what's his name, James Cameron, writes everything off in his undersea searches for wrecks. No, he's got a fleet of ships to stay offshore. He knows New Zealand's not even safe. Underground bunkers aren't safe. And all these people have now got yachts, and they've got them for that reason. They're going to pull it off. And I was told there's people that are friends with him. And I was told I'd go ahead and talk about it. And then some people got killed after I talked about it. Some people got killed, died, after I talked about the James Cameron thing. And of course, I'm only demoralized with Mark Dice because Mark's like, look at Alex Jones, he's full of crap. He says James Cameron's running New Zealand. Well, now 10 years later, it's all over the news. Everybody's going to New Zealand for the what's coming. And it looks like they're not going to turn the 5G on there or something. I'm not sure. If we expose enough of this, that they're going to Kauai, that they're going to Tasmania, and they're going to New Zealand so they can then run to Tasmania if they have to. They're building, the Rockefeller Foundation and stuff's built all these emergency bunkers near the North Pole. They built them in Iceland and stuff. I mean, it's bad, man. See, how are you supposed to go on air and talk about the latest thing with Pelosi being a freaking idiot?
Right.
And I sat there and I looked.
I was thinking about this too. About the fact that the moment they put 5G antennas in the phones, it doesn't matter if they connect to a 5G antenna in the air.
That's right.
That's the moment you're shooting out from the phone.
But it's very odd that Apple is suffering such financial turmoil right now when they're one of the biggest things holding up. But they're holding up 5G
because of Huawei.
Right.
It's war between the two.
Apple stands
provider of 5G.
But Apple's lack of movement stands in the way of 5G.
And that's the only reason Trump's ready to go to war with China, physically if need be, is over 5G dominance.
Right. Well, because what they want to do is they want to do
man.
That spy grid that they've been doing with the cameras. They want to do it with all the 5G phones in the country.
Well, that's it. First layer is it's total spy grid for dominance.
Command and control.
Command and control. But it gives you cancer. It's like Sandra Bullock says in the movie. Listen, you're going to die if you don't listen to me. Do you understand? You're going to die. And it's like, then it makes it a joke. Like I'm always on air saying, you're going to die if you don't listen. Done. It kills you. Yeah. It spies on you. It's the next level of crap. And I'm going to go to war with Trump over this and all of them because you only get Trump's attention. I'm going to leave it alone at that when you go after him if you're a supporter. And I've just been trying to help him because I see the globalists trying to overthrow him. But at a certain point, we've got to get attention on this so something's done. And this is the kind of stuff. That's why we're not even going to wait on this. I want you to put this out. Just halfway through this, I decided we're going to put this out and just say Alex Jones is set to make it. Alex Jones is set to break the biggest story in world history. And it is the biggest story in world history, and it's hiding in plain view. And if you folks don't listen to me, you're going to die. And here's the good part. You're going to love it. Because it's going to slowly turn off all of your higher brain functions. And they've got so many other ways to do this. And that's the other thing, is it can't just be the 5G. 20 years ago, Britain is studying an anti-stress vaccine. An anti-stress vaccine on troops with PTSD. And then what is it? It's a live virus. It's just something they inject in you. They call vaccine something we put in you.
Yeah.
And we just set the precedent. Everybody takes this. Then a virus goes in and it says removes areas of the brain associated with depression. Also with spiritual experiences and with Beethoven and with high IQ. And so now,
that's the brain eating vaccine.
I mean, I was told 20 years ago they were putting brain chips in the troops, and now it's mainstream news. But see, now it's like, oh, there's brain chips, oh, there's animal unit clones, and oh yeah, we got to, you know. So, but we should just do chapters to this. But a lot of us are going to say, Alex, we've already heard all this. Yes, but the point is, they're putting it out in movies, and then no one even knows what they're seeing. The movie tells you. Take Mule. The Mule. The whole movie bashes cell phones. The whole movie talks about how they take over your life and how they ruin everything. So, and I'm not going to say Clint Eastwood's in on the bad. The point is, everyone already has the sixth sense. Everyone already knows it's destroying our lives. All these powerful executives and people like, and then there's this Simon Cowell guy and all those people said like 5 years ago, I got rid of my smartphone. My life's so much better. I have a flip phone or a landline, and I only do app talk 1 hour a day, and it makes it be pertinent and serious. These things steal all our time. They steal our energy. Now we manage with people. Every little last thing, I'll go to this party instead of that. And we don't just go places and meet up anymore. It's literally not just tracking what we do, it's controlling what we do. And I know we all know this, but this is preparing the planet for the other things that are going to happen, because they're not just going to release bioweapons. They're killing billions of people in a month. That's the next phase after this phase. And then not have control systems in place that they can activate 5G and put people in a very calm, sluggish state. And some people are going to have convulsions. Some people are going to die from it. And it'll all just be, oh, there's mystery illnesses at the hospital, because everything they do is to manage. What do you think of syphilis experiments, injecting people all over the world with syphilis for 40-some years was about? It was about getting groups of people that would carry out the secret test and tracking how you could control epidemics. It's just like 1 in 30,000 having autism 35 years ago. Now it's 1 in 58 in every country. And then according to the number of vaccines, it's like 20 something in South Korea because they're the highest vaccinator, and it's boys. Because all the movies are women being the boss, women being the warrior, women bird box,
the hero.
Because they're going to have to be, because men are being removed from college, from jobs, from the place. The military is not going to be humans soon. It's all going to be drones and AI. And so you take the men out first. So this is simple. The men are already being taken out, and the globalists think we're too stupid to figure all this out. If they were going to inject people in Appalachia, poor white people and poor black people, and have the last 8 years, and let them die over for 20 years and spread it to everybody, you think they'll pull some stuff now? You're damn right they're doing it. And, if Trump doesn't do something about this, he's part of it. So let's just put this out, and we always get neurotic and show a bunch of documents and proof. Let's not even do that.
Photoshop a picture of a cell phone.
Let's just, or maybe just the one article, 5G scrambles your genome. And what scrambling genome cause? Cancer. And then maybe just another headline, Wired Magazine, 5G causes cancer, but big tech doesn't want you to know. And maybe that New York Post article where she's that chief spy and all that shit. So, listen, tomorrow I'm going to come in all Saturday, a lot of Saturday, and we're going to shoot this. And I don't want to make it too complex, too long, but I want it to just be bam, 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 and not even dramatic, just very cold into the camera. Very cold in the camera in that studio with the lights just right. I want to just coldly lay this out. I want to say, listen, this isn't a movie. You are going to die if you don't listen to me. But worse than that, our whole species is going to die. And we're going to let whatever this is that's built this and doing this have control of the planet. Because anybody can take the next logical step like everybody else is doing and saying, this doesn't look like humans came up with. And let's be honest with ourselves. This is not something that looks like humans came up with it. There's obviously people collaborating with it. I'm a Christian, and I say it's the devil, the fallen creature on the planet that's out to get us. And it's not allowed to do all these things. It's discombobulated. It's not in this dimension fully. But it can really get us to build this stuff and do it to ourselves. It's free will. If the devil can get us, if this entity out of space, a 2,000-year-old book says, if this entity can get us and trick us to do this, then it has absolute right to do it. But you know what? We have a right to fight back against it. And people could say, oh, this sounds crazy. It's happening. Anybody want to add anything? Anybody disagree?
No, the only thing I would add is that I'm also worried that, talk about genome editing, what happens when we weaponize CRISPR?
It's already happened.
Yeah.
And before they announced something like CRISPR, they've already got 10 of them.
Yeah. And
they had CD-ROM in the 60s when my dad was at UT. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just, when it becomes a thing where, we can effectively accidentally give someone an injection of something, it's really something that's adjusting their genes.
Well, of course, that's what's going exactly.
It's giving people susceptibilities to things like the radiation or even worse.
You're talking about a binary weapon.
I'm talking about something that's biological that would affect our physical.
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
But you know what? You're a super smart guy. That's why when you do a podcast, it's a binary. Exactly. This is all binary testing.
Mm-hmm. It's two problems. That's what you're saying. Yeah. Because when you get them with
you give somebody you give the predisposition, and then you make the breakdown of civilization so bad that you've got to have the military medical complex to even live.
Yeah.
It's like giving somebody a slow poison and then you administer the cure.
Yes. Yeah. But then the cure is like
fucks you up even more.
Yeah, but the cure is almost kind of like how equilibrium is. Where everyone is just completely nullified. Or, like that, how they basically give everyone a set of pills they have to take all the time because they say it's required of them for balance and all that.
THX 1138.
Yeah, same type of thing.
Which they keep telling. Huxley wrote Brave New World in 1923. His brother, as you know, went on to be the head of the UN, actual UN, UNESCO. That's what actually runs things. Not the debating club they have up there.
Yeah.
That's the scientific technocracy. You're absolutely right. And he wrote it in 23, and he said in 61 at Berkeley, this is the real plan. And he wrote Brave New World Revisited. It's nonfiction. And you read that book, that's where they were envisioning taking us. That was the decided on course in the 1920s. So,
well, and after making it's going to be the easy part, getting people to watch it and understand what it really is, and then act upon it.
you know where Huxley and Darwin and the Wedgwood and the Galton family and all of them getting together in the 1850s developed this plan? How they had the plan? This is even in documentaries, but it's not in a lot of popular books about Darwin and people. Folks should look up Darwin's. Darwin had hallucinations.
He's doing DMT.
He was in the rainforest, and they only published the origin of the species when he brought it back to the Royal Academy. All the other stuff got kept, and exactly. They started taking hallucinogenic drugs that open up a dimensional gate, so these goddamn demons could tell them what to do and set up here. And that's the best math we've got on this, and that's what they think out in San Francisco at these CIA research centers they've got. And then that's what Joe Rogan does, and all that's been popularized. And other folks that got into popularize it, and then they found out what it was and freaked out, and then Joe went another direction. But obviously, like Joe's the new Timothy Leary. Like the government used him to introduce LSD. Joe's there to introduce DMT. And what it does is it opens up a dimensional gate. And if they think they've got you, they'll act friendly until they lure you in. But if they think you're like a real Christian or got their plan together, they'll try to make you have a psychotic break and torture the living shit out of you. That's why people really need to watch out and not take DMT, especially if you're already somewhat awake.
I think Timothy Leary actually took DMT at one point when he was with, what's his name? The guy with the rainbow acid experiment. He took it, and then he lost it.
What, Terrence McKenna? All of them, yeah. Terrence McKenna was part of it.
Yeah. One of the married pranksters took it and was never the same afterwards. Left the group, didn't want to have anything to do with them after he took DMT in New York. So it's been around for a long time, but they felt the public wasn't ready for it.
Well, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, Time Life book publishers and owners were taking LSD before they ever claimed that guy discovered it in Austria or whatever.
Right.
And if you go into the whole history of it, and then they doled that out, then they had people push it on universities. They had like a sub-level Timothy Leary at every college that pushed it. In fact, Charlie Manson was one of those guys. And exactly. So they were trying this whole chemical test. And this is what the CIA and the Psychedelic Research Center and institutes out in San Francisco, they all believe this. And that's why the heads of Google, Apple, they're all out there together because they're taking this stuff. And they believe these entities. And they'll tell you, like, oh, we never believe in God. We do DMT. And then we meet with these aliens, these little elves guys. And they give us these plans. They do these things. And that's why they want me banned off the internet. What's the type of stuff I said on Joe Rogan's podcast. And then notice later, Elon Musk comes on and says the exact same stuff. That's because he's at the parties with these people. This is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Well, I was told this by people that knew folks out in San Francisco and were from San Francisco when I was a kid. And I remember hearing this stuff when I was a kid from people that knew the actual people involved.
And here's another thing. The eye is a big thing, a big part of this. If you watch the Bird, whatever it is, the Bird Box, the crazy people all have this thing going on with their eyes, and their eyes change right before they die. And you look at the head of Apple, he's got those weird fucking eyes when he's talking to people. I was watching a Fox interview of this CIA agent, former CIA, talking about North Korea. His fucking eyes are giant, and they're like black saucers. And you're sitting there, I'm looking at this.
Oh, everybody asked, was Tim Cook on drugs? Hell yeah. You'd have to take 5 hits of acid to have your eyes that big under lights.
Yeah.
Or pure beta blockers.
Yeah. And then you look at what Google, is and what it's doing now, the way Google's pushing everything that's corporate. It obviously set up by CIA money. They say, oh, it's just a little seed money. No, that was their way. That was the government going, we're going to control search engines. We're not going to let Yahoo run the search engines. We're going to control them, and we're going to do it under this friendly Google name. Right. So they came in through that.
And what is Apple? It's the apple with the bite out of it.
Yeah, it's the original sin.
I think one last thing I would be sure to cover is why are they pushing it? Why are they promoting 5G? Why does it seem to be a humanitarian crisis that we all need 5G? They're saying 5G is going to help the world. It's going to make it better just to have that.
It's just like smart meters they forced on everybody. It's the grid.
But it's just so odd that they're promoting it so vehemently that we have to have it. And really, what's the benefit of just having your connection to the internet?
That's it. So
it's pointless.
They are telling us we're killing you with 5G and these other wavelengths.
Yeah.
So they're saying it's killing you, but you've got to have it because they got to tell you what it's really doing. Right. But then you've got to have it, and then they're telling you that we're all going to start killing each other. That's beyond a metaphor for war.
Right.
It's preparing us so that we're predictively programmed to be ready for it.
I also know one of the biggest things that they want that for is smart cars. Yeah, they want them for smart cars. They want them for self-driving cars because then they can build a giant infrastructure in the air instead of trying to do this whole GPS thing. And they just build a grid.
No, that's it. And they're going to dial in and control all the new 18-wheelers and everything else because you don't want satellites to cut out. Exactly, they're getting away from GPS too. This is almost the ground-based GPS.
Yeah, and because America, they made it open source, so now no one cares about GPS anymore. They get rid of it a couple of years ago. Like America used to have the rights to it, so we used to have more power.
Now China's launching its own GPS.
Yeah, because it's just a satellite, so it's just to them it doesn't make any difference. So now there's an international one.
All right, well, let's do this. I got to get on the air in 15 minutes. Rob, we have to formulate the first. Yeah. We have to formulate the first plan to get a special report out, hijacking the whole bird box phenomenon. And I'm going to tell people that by Sunday, we're going to lay out the secrets of the bird box.
Yeah, we'll launch it on the Sunday show.
Well, yes. And I want to get this, though. Just put it up as a video. I want to stream it live so it gets out now.
Yeah. Today.
And notifies. I don't care what's up against my show, whatever.
Okay.
And I'm going to go on air and explain to people that I'm in there so much in that spot. It's almost like it makes it no big deal that I'm just in there talking about it with all the rest of the stuff. This is real.
Yeah.
There's a whole breakaway civilization. The mad scientists are all in competition with each other to merge with AI gods. They're telling us that we're going to become obsolete in 20 years. So they're trying to make us obsolete now. And they've got all these New York Times and Washington Post articles, I want to show that, saying it'll be great when we're all gone. We're a disease. Yeah. Everything we told people 20 years ago that was in their white papers, they're now telling us because they're going to put out the energy, the wavelength, the cultural programming to create the despair. And all the metrics show that the phones and all of this culture is physically and psychologically killing us and spiritually killing us. This is the alien invasion. I mean, this is how they would do it, would be incremental through technology. Trojan horses were given that addict us, that tie us all together, that make us dependent on it, and that actually physically scramble our DNA, and then can through the 5G actually create hallucinations in the brain that become visual, that then become the map to have us literally kill people, kill ourselves, be promiscuous, go to sleep. And that's what's in all these declassified CIA documents that they've just been putting. Oh, we absolutely declassified that we were studying in the 70s these cell phone radiation or electromagnetic microwaves that control you. And then they just put it out there because they're telling you. They have to tell you.
And they have to be invited in. And so when you invite it in, that's it.
People are going to have to stop 5G coming in.
Yeah. Stop 5G and get rid of their cell phones and go to old flippy.
And now you see why we were going to do that nice graphic of the making fun of Texas Monthly and all their lies.
Yeah.
But really the story is that's just a regurgitation. Why would they put me on the cover of the magazine? Because it's meant to control Texas.
Yeah.
And then say, this is not a good Texan.
This guy's crazy. Person. Yeah, this guy's crazy. And, they have Greg Abbott on there.
Oh, I mean, it paints all Republicans really negatively. It's like,
anybody looking at anything.
But that's a side issue. I'm only explaining why, we're here about to shoot a video, and I say, no, let's go do this.
Yeah.
And you think it's smart? I mean, I think we should just put this out.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. This will freak people out. And it should freak people out. And then out of this, other people are going to do more research and find the shit. That's the great thing.
That's what people need to know is we're not playing around here, guys. This is not our opinion. In fact, I even know more about this stuff, but it's I heard a lot of this stuff when I was a kid, and a lot of this stuff was not from books. These were people that knew the people that were running programs, and I just didn't listen. I mean, obviously, you don't believe that kind of stuff when you're a kid. You just think this is crazy. And they're all out in San Francisco, man. That's basically like a science fiction movie. That's where they get. It's a cult of people taking drugs to contact other entities to get technology. And they've got to keep an eye on everybody. And they admit they're all taking DMT all the time, microdosing mushrooms, microdosing LSD to keep themselves. And their eyes are all totally whacked out. Look at Heaven's Gate. They all chopped their testicles off and everything, to merge, and then, took barbiturates and drank vodka to merge with the aliens in the sky. That's called a cult. But you listen to Elon Musk and others that warned that the elite believe we're going to merge the machines and we're all exterminate everybody else. These people are crazy. And whether it's real or not, they believe they're taking orders from other dimensional entities, and they're getting all this technology and they're building it. And why do you think the U.S. is dominant? Because we got a bunch of people jacked into whatever the hell it is over there in San Francisco. It's a goddamn alien base in there, man.
Yeah. Well, they made it like a saucer, too. At least one of them.
Oh, yeah, the new Google, the new Apple. Giant flying saucers, man. God almighty. They're just telling you the whole damn thing right in your face. And remember, I saw research when they build those big saucer-like buildings, they can use those as giant antennas.
Yeah.
They even got their patents.
Particle accelerator, essentially, is what it is. For whatever they're doing. It could be electromagnetic accelerator.
It could be a cyclotron.
Yeah.
Yeah, just put a rail on the roof.
I mean, here's an example. There's at least one nuclear reactor under UT that my dad saw when he was in high school. You go tell adults about, they roll their eyes. There's one of the biggest research rooms in the world for research in North Austin. It's a little chain link fence around it.
Yeah, the Pickle research.
JJ Pickle, yeah, that's what I mean. There's nuke reactors all over. There's underground railways from here out to Fort Hood. Man, we are.
There's a SAC base right down the street and another one 4 miles to the west of us.
That's where the Underground Railroad's at. Yeah, I know, because I know, yeah. My mom's family's from Austin, and it was just kind of like a thing like, yeah, we were in the 50s and 60s with SAC Command, the Hilton's, the former SAC Command, circular building. Yeah, there's a bunch of railroads under there and a big vault door, and same damn deal. Yeah. And they kind of show you that type of stuff in the new movie Vice, because it actually shows Cheney when 9/11 happens. They're like going around different parts of Washington on like these high-powered golf carts.
Yeah.
They just got their underground bases. They got everything, and now they're just kind of, oh, here it is. Oh, here it is.
Yeah, Cheney was able to transport himself between all those different buildings. I was wondering about that. I was like, how did he have offices in every building? He was able to just travel between them without even being seen. He had an office in every department of the government.
It's because they got freaking everything, man.
Yeah.
And we built it. Now they tell us we're obsolete, and they're putting robots in. That's just the beginning. Well, the biggest thing is this is going to mess up their sequel to Bird Box. Or they're going to rewrite it just to make us wrong, because it is cell phones. And again, I was able to figure out the plot. Like, oh, it's cell phones, but once the grid's down, how is it? Oh, I bet they're zombie, like ones that are like programmed to kill. Sure enough, we're cleansing the earth. We're going to kill you. I mean, it's like.
Yeah, and they say it's only the crazy people. That's who it was. That's what they blame it on. They say it's only the people that escaped from the mental institution. Those are the ones that didn't get fried. There's something wrong with their brain, but then they go around and they're making people see. They're lifting up their blindfolds.
Because they're controlled.
Yeah.
By whatever it is.
There's only a few creepy scenes with those people, with the crazy people. But it definitely, yeah.
Well, that's a metaphor, too, for if they collapse the food processing and stuff, there'll be a 90% die-off.
Yeah.
Huge nuclear reactor meltdowns everywhere, and total civil war. Within 15 days, almost everyone commits suicide or becomes cannibals in all the studies.
Yeah.
So that's why the military trains to kill zombies. They go, why are the Marines and Army trained to mow down zombies? Because if you train to mow down crowds of people used to get upset.
Yeah.
So you put green paint on them and call them zombies.
Yeah. And they were doing that for years. They do that with the Ebola tests. They were out in Africa, actually.
Okay, this hit to Sandra Bullock. Boy, I'll tell you about her. That's another story. Anyway, side issue. You've been warned, and if you don't listen to me, you're going to die. In fact, most of us are already walking dead with the stuff we've already done to us. So they mean business, and they think you're too stupid to do anything. I think globalists tell me that's my face, that I should just join them. Well, I'm not going to join them and lose my soul, but we should also talk about if folks are unable to mitigate this and stop this in its tracks. You know, people are going to try to move to rural areas and stuff. They're going to call people cults and take them out. And it's just going to be bad news, man.
Yeah. And they got the blueprint on how to do that.
But if you look at all the research scientists, people that are higher level, they all get their money, do their term, then leave. But do you know how many scientists that worked in electromagnetic mind control and all this have been killed?
Yeah. Frank Olson is the only one.
A lot. Well, that was just one of the first levels. Yeah. All right, guys, we'll put this out, and tomorrow we'll get the shoot and do it done.
Well, it sounds like the perfect script for a horror movie. A virus with no vaccine and no cure kills thousands of people.
5 billion people died in 1996 and 1997. Almost the entire population of the world. Only about 1% of us survived.
More reports of flu cases along the border, but officials are saying they aren't connected.
Surely there's very real and very convincing data that the planet cannot survive the excesses of the human race.
And I actually think the world will be much better when there's only 10 or 20% of us left. Dr. Eric Bianca.
But most frightening was the fact that in a crowd of over 1,000 prominent scientists, local newspapers reported that 95% of those in attendance gave Bianca sustained standing ovations every time he extolled the virtues of mass-culling microbes and man's destruction, and went on to laud the virtues of Ebola because it would kill 90% of the world population quickly.
The World Health Organization said on Tuesday the Ebola death toll jumped by almost 200 in a single day to at least 2,296 and is likely to be higher than that.
The head of the U.S. Centers for Disease Control confirmed Tuesday that West Africa is in a desperate situation, but that there is still hope that the outbreak can be reined in.
A top German virologist has caused shockwaves by asserting that it's too late to halt the spread of the Ebola virus.
In other news, the CDC is receiving reports of a possible flu outbreak in San Francisco.
If the symptoms were first detected in Philadelphia on December 27, 1996, that makes us know that.
It was released in Philadelphia probably on December 13th, 1996.
And we'll see sequentially after that in
San Francisco, New Orleans, Rio de Janeiro, Rome, Kinshasa, Karachi, Bangkok, then Peking.
Rome, Kinshasa, Karachi, Bangkok, Peking. This is some trip you're taking, sir. Is this all in 1 week?
Business.
One of the 2 Americans infected with the Ebola virus has arrived in Atlanta from Africa for treatment.
The Massachusetts doctor arrived at the Nebraska Medical Center just before dawn this morning to be treated for Ebola. And right now, his or her blood sample is on its way to the Centers for Disease Control.
The new ability to wage war is born from the blood.
Well, damn, that went up for 45 minutes.